guys have been adventuring in the land of Toivoa, and most recently out here in the land of Australia near Fort Folly. You guys last week met up with a couple in Fort Folly, decided to join them as they make their way out onto the steppes, riding giant birds. As you guys are riding these birds outward, you guys have an entire day of travel before you arrive at their camp. What would you guys like to do during this little bit of travel here?
I just want to ask how what are we seeing when with Crystal riding on a bird? Is she's like she's not
Explain the
standing, is
image.
she?
The way that the word that she's riding isn't exactly like a horse. It's more of like this crab, very giant crab, where it walks almost like it's
Okay.
doing push-ups the entire time. And she's
Okay.
able to literally stand up on its back with 2 or 3 other people.
This is
We're
kind of
leaving?
disturbing, all things considered.
We
Yeah,
forgot
this
about
bird, it's a 4-legged bird, and it's basically crab walking, thud, 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 going along. And you guys are
Then-
riding on the back of this 15-foot wide bird.
I have a question.
The number of times
Yes.
that I got that question, like that question alone.
Very different image in my head.
I tried to get someone to draw this thing. No one drew it. It sucked.
I want a drawing. I want a
Art
drawing.
is-
Oh, go on.
Art is super hard to come by at the start of the school year, like right now. All of my artists are going, I'm sorry, I've got classes opening up and I'm busy. I'm like, dang it. Okay. Sorry. So all of my artists are busy. Sorry, guys. I'm on a little bit of an art drought because my art skills are way out of hand.
All good.
Yeah.
The Eric
I
art.
can
Look, guys, I've got my Cintiq tablet over here. It hasn't been turned on in 6 months. I am not the artist I used to be. It's just a skill I have neglected, and I am sorry.
We gotta get a depiction of the culture shock when the party talks to to the natives of Australia for the first time.
I would love to. Unfortunately, my environmental artist is busy. My poster artist is 3 months behind. My portrait artist has gotten himself into a backlog that is 6 people deep.
Oh
One
God.
And I have a new portrait artist who went on vacation for a week and is supposed to get me a piece tomorrow that I'm hoping to have for you guys. We'll see when you guys need that piece. But I've got all sorts of art backlogged. I've got like $400 worth of art that is currently floating out there.
Hey,
I
one
just
day.
need to come in.
One day.
It'll come in. I'm excited for it too because there's some really cool artists that I'm working with. I just need them to do the job.
Just need the opening. I don't think
Yeah.
Coin has anything planned for this flight besides just waiting.
Okay, just walking along, riding.
Riding
Yeah.
along.
Okay. Did we get Coin right last week?
Yeah, no, I thought Walker had the mannerisms down there was stuff I didn't expect him to catch on to. Like when Coin was like, start saying I agree with that. There were really specific moments where I'm like, wow, he did his research.
Yeah, Walker's was on point.
See, that's the fun
That's
part
very
about these characters is it's to the point that the characters have a life of their own. We know what to expect from the character, even if the player's not around, which is so much fun.
I
love it
think
when
there
the
was one or
characters
two
come alive.
moments where I'm like, wow, my party thinks Coin is way nicer than I play him. But other than that, I thought it was good. It's good to have a change of heart.
Awesome.
Even
had a
if you
good
mean
day.
it with love, nobody wants to be like, well, we know Coin. He'd be a real asshole here. So
Yeah,
let's play that idea.
totally agreed.
Oh God.
All right. So
So
as you guys
these,
go ahead. Go ahead.
yeah, these giant birds.
Yes.
Would this Would you say that the correct proficiency for this would be land vehicles?
It's technically mounted combat.
Okay.
Is
Are we in combat?
Is it
no,
like kind
it's
of like cavalry? Like,
animals. It's cavalry.
horsemanship?
It's horsemanship riding animals.
Mhm,
okay.
mhm. I just want to know, what can I do to start getting that proficiency?
Survival.
Did she start steering the bird? That is what she wants to know.
All right. So
I would
you're
like to
going
steer the
to
bird.
you're going to ask to steer the bird. Are you asking Kiratai or Elbeck in order to get permission to steer your bird? Technically, they're
Which
called the
one?
Maul. And the one that are you riding with Crystal? Or are you on your own bird?
I do feel like I opted to watch Crystal from afar so that I could get
Okay.
like the whole picture.
Gotcha.
It's just like a spectacle at this point. It's just like a centaur on the mall.
So you're probably on a Mormal, which is a average size bird. It's the size of about a horse. And yeah, let's go ahead and roll a survival check. These are trained to follow each other, kind of like a trail ride. But let's see if you're able to maneuver it out and do your own thing. No, you're very lucky that this is a trained bird.
Would this thing?
Has anybody ever ridden a horse like while you were a beginner, but you're riding a very experienced horse?
Yes.
You feel like you feel like you
It
are just
just-
you're like, I'm just here. Like he's doing
Yeah,
whatever he's
yeah.
Ignoring
doing.
you.
Yeah.
My bird is following along perfectly, and I'm like, it's not listening to me at all.
I
I
just
got a
want to
question.
see like
they're to follow the lead bird. Just follow along, you will be fine.
I just want to see Toddy ram the bird into a tree, and the chief is like, "You gotta pay for that."
If you guys
And the
ever
bird
come
walks
down to
forward.
Texas or you go down to the Appalachian Trail or anywhere where they let you ride horses, usually they're going to do what's called a trail ride, where it's 5 or 6 horses in a line, 10 horses, however many. And the only person who's actually steering is the guy in the front. All the rest of the horses are just along for the ride. It doesn't matter what you do, you're not going to make the horse go anywhere else.
I'm gonna
Well,
assume
if you
this was.
get on the horse's bad side, it'll start scraping against the trees and shit.
Yes,
So
it
you
will do
take
that.
off.
It'll just pull.
It'll
He'll
bang
pull
your
over and
knee
start
on
eating
things.
grass.
Yeah.
You won't be able to pull it up.
The other thing is if you're
Yeah.
like 14 or 15 and the horse starts running to catch up and you clamp onto it because you're scared, the horse thinks that like
Like,
clamping
oh,
onto it
it's
is like
on.
go faster. So it just starts
It seems like a personal experience, David.
I read it in a book once.
I think I read that book too.
Is it an
It
autobiography?
was his
Yeah,
journal.
exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Hey,
I don't
Eric,
believe
that
that.
horse's name. That horse's name was Sassy, and I will never forget her. Nor her name was Sassy. I
Oh,
will
they
never
definitely gave you
forget
some
her.
sass.
Nor will I forget how aptly named she was.
That's awesome. What a great story. Oh man, that's awesome.
So,
Horseback
Eric,
riding wild.
No,
Yes,
what
sir.
do you-
I've been
Go ahead.
horseback riding. I can attest to that. I wanted to
Yeah.
ask. I'm assuming this has been sorted out before we're really on the trail, but I think when Coin's getting onto this thing, you might ask, like, "Is this thing? Do I need like wear shoes and gloves? What's?" You sort of standing next to it, like, "Do I just get on?"
No, there is leather saddle we make with leather of bird. You
Oh,
get
I
on
couldn't-
and ride.
Oh, I couldn't see it from down here. He hops up. Oh, yeah.
Yes.
All right. Gets on that.
They hold on to feathers. Good. Now smile and don't do much.
Coin sort of tips a metaphor, like a cowboy hat that isn't there.
Imaginary hat, yeah.
Yeah, imaginary. With the coin in his mouth, sort of like a piece of hay.
Mhm.
And yeah, that was my question.
I'm like now
Of
picturing.
course.
Coin
If
with
you
a
have any
cowboy
other
hat.
questions, feel free to ask. Now remember, we will be
I have to
going
make the
faster
bird do
soon.
jumps.
You don't.
Faster.
Technically, they can. It's just with a 5, Tati, you don't.
You got the beginner horse. You got the beginner bird.
It's just
what
going to
it's supposed to
plod
be like?
along.
It's supposed to be like this.
Yes, reliable. It knows the way home.
I feel like Crystal is riding this bird like
other things that were steered could just do that on their own.
I never really rode on an animal before. There's sort of weird trust with it, I guess. Like I trust that it's not gonna run into a wall.
There are no walls on the Great Steps. Look, as far as the eye can
trees?
see, the only wall is the tavern behind us.
The bird has eyes. It's not
Wait,
like
just
a
read it.
blind creature.
I don't know. I just have a bad feeling.
Are
I
you
feel like
afraid
Crystal
of
is riding
Maul?
this like someone trying to ride a skateboard.
It's
for the
not that
first
I'm
time.
afraid of it. It's just like I like relying on
Awesome.
relying on myself. I don't want to have to
Let's
ride
get
on
you
another
to-
creature to get around.
Let's get you to do an acrobatics check, please.
Wait, what just
Oh.
happened?
She's trying to
Crystal
ride it like a
skateboarding.
giant skateboard.
Oh my god. Here we go.
No sweat. This thing's got such a smooth ride.
What the?
All the practice of being on the boat.
All the
really
practice of
easy.
being
You're
on the
really
boat,
good
it's
at
the fear of driving.
Riding the waves.
You're not
I
pushing.
love that I
onto
got
it.
You can
Trump
handle that.
eating.
You can handle anything.
Oh man. Yep. So you guys are gonna make your way across the smooth grasslands. There's a couple rocks here and there, but for the most part, there's nothing to see until you guys get out towards the mountains in the distance, which is where you're going. As you
What are those
guys,
mountains?
they
Do
are
they have a name?
large rocks that jut out from the surface.
Yeah, we have those in Reston too. I was just wondering if they have names.
Yeah, what's the name?
The name of mountains? We do not call them of names. Cloud piercers, perhaps?
I'll take it.
Like, do you know this
The
specific
Cloud
mountain?
Piercer
Is it just?
Mountains.
Yeah.
Would you take suggestions?
Wait, maybe we should name it, and you could put on your map coin.
Perhaps you should.
I think
We simply do not name every rock.
Clint throws like a finger gun to Ruzid.
Yeah.
you know,
Where's
you
it put the
gotta-
finger gun back?
I gotta label this thing. He's got the map out on in front of him.
Kirtai leans down, and as they're walking along, picks up a rock. He goes, "What is the name of this?"
I mean, that's a rack.
We can call it rack
He
number
chucks it
one.
over his shoulder, and it thuds. Now is Great Mountain on Plains.
You killed Kenny.
Thank you.
That's
Great.
named it.
Johnny.
These racks are kind of in different weight
You got
classes. But I
inspiration.
get it.
Stop trying.
Yeah, I think the name is to help people navigate. You don't need to navigate around a pebble, but you navigate around a mountain. So I think that's why some cultures name their mountains, is so that you can have a common reference point for like a landmark that you all visit or navigate around or past, things like that. It's just
But
for
we
convenience. I
rely
don't
on the
think it's a real
shamans
necessity.
and wayfinders. We do not navigate without them.
Makes perfect sense why you wouldn't name them, but that's why we name them in Reston. It's not really an attachment to the rock per se, but it helps logistically societies interact with like a mountain range or a forest if there's a name we can all agree upon to call it.
But what happens when the forest burns and the mountain crumbles?
They're forgotten.
Your mountains crumble.
Then you cannot find your path. It seems like a
Uh,
bad idea.
Crumbles into a desert, which gets its own name, or crumbles into a wasteland, which gets its own name. We're big on names.
Do your mountains fall down a lot?
Yeah, but I'm not even
Rise.
concerned. But have you seen the mountain crumble?
I have seen many a mountain crumble, and my ancestors saw the mountains fall from the sky.
Oh, yeah, I think that's at that war, the high war, right?
I do not know.
I'm gonna say it's the high war.
So, what do you know of this high war we have not heard of?
I don't know too much about it, but we've heard little bits and pieces about it, like how there was a whole like island that fell from the sky, and there was some sort of war, and there were Yuan Ti involved. I don't really understand the details, to be honest. Probably someone else probably knows it a little bit better.
Interesting.
Sounded really violent and really changed the dynamic of this whole continent. But I don't really know. It was a really long time ago. Seems to be kind of a mystery.
Some of the stuff we heard about it actually is reminiscent of some of the things we've heard about here.
Indeed. How so?
What we're saying is your depiction of stuff falling from the
the-
sky matches up with the other descriptions.
Oh,
Ah,
and also the crystals.
So our crystals and mountains that remain unnamed are from a war.
They just sound similar. Could be.
Well, you're talking about stuff falling
coincidence,
from the sky. I don't. Oh, go on, Saphira. What?
Oh, just that these things tend to be connected.
Perhaps. Who is to know save for the shamans and the spirits?
I mean, I'm sure not every mountain fell from the sky, but you said you talked about stuff falling from the sky, right?
The mountains are but rocks that fell from the sky.
What was here before the rocks fell?
The land?
Just land. There wasn't just like flat land.
Would you have preferred something different?
Maybe like a house or a palace or like a
Ocean.
temple or a huge forest or like a whole cave of tunnels that like I guess that would be under the land though. Or like a garden of sculptures or just like
Sculpture
it'd be cool if it was just like a flat area, but then everybody came to like share their skills and teach each
Wait,
other.
sculpture garden. How do we get the sculpture garden, Tati? What?
I was
You are a
just
great
brainstorming,
storyteller.
just brainstorming other things that might have been here before the rocks fell.
My ancestors rode the mountains into the land.
Like
Wait,
we're
your
riding
ancestors were
these
in the sky?
birds.
Yes.
Ooh.
Are these just like quick look? There's no wings on these people, right?
There are no wings on these people. They appear to be normal.
You said they were
Asian-
human, right?
Yeah.
Just checking.
I feel like both Tati and Crystal just like quickly scanned them again. Like they're human, right?
Did I miss something?
Distracted by the giant birds, missed that the people have wings.
No, they do not have wings.
Amazing. Do you have any stories from when your people were in the sky? Like what it was like up there?
There was peace and much food and celebration, and the mall flew. The mall have since lost the ability to fly.
Oh no.
Oh, the mall don't fly. Crystal's pretty disappointed.
You're riding on the back of one. He looks at you.
We thought they
No.
just liked
Very
mines.
Crystal, if they could fly, then wouldn't we be already flying to our destination?
Few
I
things
didn't know
fly
if they
in
needed like a
Australia.
running start.
Yes, a running start for
Oh, yeah,
10 miles.
I can imagine you wouldn't want to fly and draw attention to yourself here.
I don't know. I feel like I would need a 10-mile running start to fly.
Okay, Crystal. I see you.
Very
Get that ground effect going. No, few things fly in Australia. The dragon keeps them down.
Oh, that makes sense.
Were the dragons part of the sky people's land when it was a land in the sky?
The dragons have always been in Australia, even when we rode the sky down.
How did they not get hit by the sky?
They came with us.
Oh, so
Yeah,
they were in
but-
the sky and then they came with.
Amazing.
The dragons like different before the sky crashed down, or were they always the same?
Dragons have gotten older, wiser, meaner, and more powerful.
Eric, I'm looking at the photo. I know it's not 1-to-1. Are there
Yeah.
any living tree lines in our site? Like trees that are visibly unscorched or maybe survived scorching?
One or two. There's not a lot. It's not like a tree line. It is, a tree there, a tree here, a little
Right.
sapling there. Generally, you can see all the way to the horizon.
Is it kind of like a savanna sort of environment?
Yeah, very much a savanna. It's based off of the Russian steppes, where you can see all the way to the horizon, or the Midwestern plains. Before they got all agriculturalized. So after about 8 hours, you guys are going to lose a little bit of the vegetation
8 hours.
and
Hope
find
you like
a
riding birds.
tent.
I would like to. I'm not going to go through it. I like to imagine across those 8 hours, Coin's just going to start giving unsolicited advice to them about like,
You say you can't fly, but I see these fish, right? They camouflage themselves. Blue from the top, white from the bottom. So if you make like an outfit for your birds,
and he just goes on and on. And I'm like,
you just camouflage from below and then fly above the dragon, right?
And then Rudy will just be like a yes man. They'll be like, "That's a great idea. Yeah, we should
That
definitely
is
do
why
that."
the mall matched the color of the stones and the grasses.
Yeah.
Frogs.
Tati gets a
Nature
little bit more
has
aggressive
wisdom.
about making the mall do anything.
Okay,
She's like
let's go ahead and get you to
yanking
roll
on
an
feathers
animal
to make
handling
something
now.
happen.
Grounding.
Animal handling from Tati, please.
All my best skills.
All right, so Tati, you're going to be able to finally get the mall to kind of do this weave in its path. You'll consider that a success.
I feel like I affected something.
But yeah, as you approach the tent, everyone there is standing. You guys approach, and Kirtai gets off and walks over. Very well, we have arrived. Welcome to the Slashing Winds. The banners are definitely blowing in the wind, and it's not exactly calm here. So
The weather's
The
not calm, or
weather
under the
is
tent
not-
it's not calm.
That's exactly what I was just asking. Yeah.
the banners are blowing in the wind.
Right.
Under the tent, there is a slight breeze, but outside it's blowing.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant. I wasn't sure if you meant like it's busy, like people are bustling. There's a lot of activity.
There's a fight
Oh.
breaking out.
No, under the tent, the people are fairly calm and reserved. They're talking and appear to be having a good time. They're excited to see these two arrive.
I think Isaac at least would be. I'm expecting us to have like 5 or 10 minutes of awkwardly standing and waiting while like our two guides give the update, because they have like a lot of like business to update their tribe on. Their tribe's like waiting on a lot of news. So I imagine Isaac and others are just sort of standing there like waiting politely to be introduced for when all of the business.
They go and start talking, and it's almost like you guys got forgotten. And
It's fine. I need like a full 5 minutes to stretch at least before I can talk to anyone.
sure,
Get
We've
your
been
animal to
sitting on
stop
this bird
sweating.
for 8 hours.
After a while, Elbic, the woman, walks over. Why have you not introduced yourselves?
We were waiting for you. Like
For what?
to say that we should introduce ourselves. I thought it seemed like you were talking about other business.
You are independent creatures. You require the servitude of others to introduce yourselves and make yourselves known. Strange
I'm just
cultures.
gonna
Coin's gonna
Slap
prop up.
Rizit
Oh
on
yeah, I
the
was getting to
back.
that. Starts walking off like he already planned on this. Oh yeah. Walks up to someone random like, hey, Coin.
I have none.
Are you asking for some?
Oh no. He points at the coin in his mouth. Hey, I'm Coin.
You are a coin.
To some
You
people.
should flip him.
Well, if anyone here is currency, I thought it was
Don't do that.
Saphira, and I thought they're worth 30K.
The person listens to this
Hey,
and
worth
goes,
quite more
I
than
should
30K.
flip him. And I need you to go ahead and roll an acrobatics check here, Coin. As the person pulls this judo move and attempts to flip you, you manage to keep your feet, but he tried to sweep your legs.
Let's start with a handshake before we go that far.
Ah, odd, but I will shake your hand. And he shakes his hand in the air, just shakes.
Coin shakes it back.
No, not shakes your hand. He just shakes his hand in the air.
Oh, well, Coin gestures to actually shake.
He looks at you. Are you intending for the touching?
Here, let me demonstrate. And Ruzid grabs Coin's hand and shakes it.
All right, and you roll Constitution saving throw.
Gotcha.
No.
Okay, you're not poisoned.
I feel like
Please,
that's
See,
that's
this,
nothing on
is,
you.
this is
more
how you shake their
deceptive
hand.
than something else.
This is how you
What?
shake a hand. It's something we do. It seems like you don't know what that is, but that's what we do
What?
when we introduce ourselves.
Why?
I don't know. I just do it.
A moment of vulnerability, I guess.
A moment of vulnerability.
Well, for you.
I mean,
But we do not wish to be vulnerable. It is a sign of weakness.
It's also a sign of
hey,
your
it's
politeness.
for
But
the,
You
good
can
of you.
show how.
it's for the comfort of the other person. Yeah, show them your right hand, show them that it's unarmed. But in the meantime, you can still use your left hand, so you're not completely defenseless.
But you can show how strong you are by like shaking really hard and gripping their hand really hard. If you don't want to show weakness, I do that sometimes.
I feel like we're combining some customs.
Alright,
And why would we simply not punch you?
Because
you-
it's not a
you could do
fight, it's an
that. Yeah, let's do that.
introduction. Wait. You want to punch? We can punch. You want to fight?
I have no cause to fight you.
Yeah, but you said you want to show you're strong. I think I'm stronger. How about that?
You may think incorrectly.
This is Rosie,
you
by the
don't-
way.
So you don't want to test your metal, so you're vulnerable. Got it.
I am not vulnerable. I am strong. I stand.
I'm standing right now too, buddy.
Good.
He stands tall.
May we stand under the same tent?
You're strong, but you
think
won't
you're sweet.
handshake. It sounds like some toxic masculinity, and that's coming from me.
The person turns to you. I am no man. And you see she's definitely female.
Oh,
he-
wait,
Didn't
they're
see
not a
what was
It's hard
man.
to tell with humans sometimes.
He just gives sort of a gracious bow, like, well, not talking my way out of this one.
Whoops.
Strange customs.
It's just, it's like the handshake. It's just a cultural thing. It's a phrase.
Ah,
You do it again if you want another demonstration.
it is not necessary. Welcome to the slashing winds. What will you do tonight?
Personal.
What is there to do around here, actually?
Hunt, cook, feed, serve. How will you serve tonight?
So no dartboard. Um, else do what
Dartboard.
we
We
got.
have dartboard.
Do we have dragon chess?
Do you?
We have dragon chess. We
Oh,
also have three dragon
yes!
ante.
We gotta play dragon chess, coin. I'm gonna kick your
Dragon?
ass.
Is that different from normal chess?
Indeed.
You just
I
what?
don't know,
You
it
just
has the word
replace
dragon in it, so it's better.
you just replace like the horses with dragon heads. So what's the difference?
Yeah, the
No.
pieces just look different. I think it's the same game. Wait, it's not the same game?
No, it's not.
You're gonna lose for sure.
Yeah,
Are there
you
Oh,
pieces
no.
guys
that
are
can like
toast.
fly?
I don't know. I remember we
The
had this like
difference in
shouty.
dragon chess is actually that the pawns all become queens. That's the basics of it. Is that when you go and play dragon chess, you replace all the pawns with queens, so they all can move in all directions and all the way to
Right.
the edge of the board.
Coin
I don't
seems
know. I
happy
just
to go
remember we had
find.
this chessboard back at the tribe, and it just had a bunch of cool looking pieces. And I don't know.
I take
Maybe
it they
it's the
didn't
same
also
Move
game.
have
them randomly.
they didn't have the manual. did
Maybe. Because it looks
That's a
like they
shame.
definitely did move them randomly, but it won't admit it.
Got it. Well, perhaps we will educate you on how to play dragon chess correctly.
Show us the setup.
Yeah.
After dinner,
Okay, fine.
we must cook first.
Fair enough.
Oh, cook. Wait, we can't get Bryn to cook.
Bryn cooks.
They're one of our companions.
I thought he was the shaman.
Coin.
I thought Coin's the
Yeah.
Corey,
shaman.
he's a shaman.
You thought I was the shaman.
You are a shaman.
I mean, I could be. I
Are
would.
you
I
a
wouldn't
wayfinder?
find a way. Yeah.
Interesting.
Or do you mean like literally?
We
Well,
would
yeah,
call
got
him
How else would
navigator.
you be
Don't ya?
speaking?
Yeah. We call it navigation where I'm from.
Ah, so where should we go tomorrow?
Want to like turn around, pull out like a compass, and like whatever he knows to navigate with. He's trying to get a semblance of an idea, even though I'm sure he doesn't know the territory.
Wait, Coin, are we
Right.
just letting them guide us tomorrow? Because we're trying to find the like.
Yeah,
Place where
but
the-
might instill some confidence in them if they know, they're expendable.
He's gonna look at his stuff. I think he's gonna assume based on where we sailed from, he knows we're going to the river. He's gonna try and ascertain the cardinal direction towards the river.
Okay, cool. Roll your navigation, I guess, which would be survival plus proficiency. And you've got what, a +3
On
on your
wisdom
proficiency?
+2 on wisdom.
Yeah, what's your proficiency
Oh wait, +3.
modifier?
You're right.
Yeah.
+3.
So a 4 plus 3 is a 7. For some reason, that compass isn't working right, or you're just not able to get a good reading. There might be magnets in the ground. It's not working right.
Just tapping it.
Having with the
spins around.
compass.
Turns back.
Yeah, I mean, I know geographically we're trying to get to the river, right? And I don't think we don't need to plan for that right now, but I know where to go.
Indeed. Our wayfarers and wayfinders practice many, many years to find the safe paths through the desert and through the steppes.
I'm a bit more of a water guy.
Interesting. Finding paths in water would be challenging. How do you lay your head upon the water?
You don't, mainly. If it's frozen, maybe, but usually it's more about following the sky and the.
Coin probably gives
sky.
a better explanation than Justin does.
But the sky changes every day.
Yeah, but when you know how it
There's
changes,
ways you can track and memorize.
Interesting.
The
We
sun don't
prefer
come up
the
randomly.
unchanging lights.
We don't have those on our. That's like just a you thing, though. Those don't exist on other continents, as far as I'm aware. We don't have the
Strange.
pleasure, the luxury, the convenience, the blessing of these crystals on the ground that navigate us around.
We pity you.
I'd like to do an insight check on
I'm kidding.
Isaac.
Nice to meet you too.
Listen,
I don't think
here's
we
all
need
the insight
pity.
check you need on Isaac. Is when he says, "I pity you," there is a combination of, "Yeah, I'm getting that, buddy," and "Don't worry, you're not alone." But instead, it's a polite smile and like, "We do our best."
You must be very adaptable.
Yeah, we name our mountains.
How is that adapting?
Yeah, what? Like, I'm trying so hard to be right there with you, Coy, but what?
I don't know. I'm making conversation. This is how I small talk.
Cool. Cool.
The only mountains we name are the Bofumal and the large men or women in our tribe.
Wait, so you call it the Large Men Mountains?
Would you not?
I mean, that's not an unreasonable name. It's just why you call them mountains mountains?
How large are your are the mountains in your tribe? Just sort of curious what the out of game. He's kind of glancing at like Crystal, who's like, what did you say, 6'7" and 8 or 9, and then himself is 6'6". But I get the impression by the way they're interacting with us that they mean people much larger than us. So I'm just sort of curious.
Yeah. The mountains are 10, 15 feet tall.
Yeah, I would call them
15?
a mountain too.
18 feet tall.
I
Damn.
might call them a giant.
Well,
That
yeah,
is an ancient word for them. Yes.
Really?
Wait. There's
Are
giants in
they
your
in
tribe?
the tribe?
There are occasionally a giant born, yes.
Is there a mountain here with us?
Not within the slashing winds, no.
Do Eric or Goliath? I guess. Quick question. First, do Goliaths like exist in your world? Would we have heard of them?
Goliaths do. Isaac would have heard of them. I'm not sure the rest
Okay.
of the people would have, but Isaac would have, at least for sure. There are some that are part of the Snowson Protectorate, and they usually come from Indonesia for the most part.
But they usually, like, am I remembering correctly, that they're more like 8-9 feet tall, not like
like
cool.
7 or 8, yeah. Big
and
basketball
not
player
like,
type.
right, but not like 12 to 15 feet tall.
Right.
Okay.
They're technically half giants.
Yeah, that I remembered, but I
Mhm.
kind of was trying to place whether it sounded like they were talking about full giants or maybe half giants, but
No, these people are talking about full-on giants.
I mean, cool. And you said
Awesome.
that they're born. You said that they're just occasionally born to the tribe. Does that mean that,
The
forgive
mother
the extent
dies.
of the
Yes.
question? Oh, well, that actually wasn't okay. In a way, that does answer the question. Yes.
Ouch.
Is there
It is not
is there
pleasant,
like
and it is
a
not
known-
seen as a blessing.
I was okay, and it's seen as random, or is it
Unfortunate.
okay?
An unfortunate accident, yes.
How is the child treated? I mean, I understand that you consider their existence an unfortunate accident, but that's not something they're necessarily at fault for. So how are they? Do they have to
get
go live on their own?
ostracized?
Yeah, that's
Or
what I was.
Are they
to go live on their
valuable?
own?
Depends on their own selves. They are judged
Okay.
as themselves. If they do
Good.
not serve the tribe, then they are cast out. If they do serve the tribe, then they are welcome.
But
There
it
is
sounds
a
like they're
tribe
on the same
called
footing
the
as
Rolling
everybody else.
Boulder that has several.
Do they roll boulders?
Many times. They make a sport of it.
Maybe I should give that a shot.
It is dangerous for all who are not of the mountain.
Happy to try it.
If we look around, are there sort of like indents that imply people have been actively rolling stones
Not
around?
here. Not here.
This is the slashing wind. This is where. What does the wind do exactly?
It
Flashes.
blows from one side to the other.
Right.
It's
Does it
slash.
cut at the same time?
I'm sorry, repeat that?
I'm just wondering if does it cut? Is it like dangerous out here?
We are the danger out here.
Where did the
We
slashing come from in the name then?
I am gonna have to steal that
Our
line.
swords, and from the way that the wind will treat you at night if you are not in shelter.
Huh.
For it can flay flesh from bone.
Yeah, that's what I was asking.
So, do you have and at this point Isaac starts probably listing off like things that he's heard you know how if you've traveled, you've heard your name translated in a few different languages. Like he's probably
Sure.
heard a few different cultures version of like Storm Sorcerer, like Wind Speaker or and he doesn't necessarily, he just asks like, do you have people who interact with the spirits of the wind, trying to like find a way to phrase it that bridges the cultural gap? He's curious, like, do they have any airbenders, I guess is the word I'm looking for.
I really wanted you to use that word.
I didn't realize until just now, like, Jesus Christ, why didn't I go straight to that? That's basically what I'm asking. Think of that.
Yeah.
Some of the shamans have learned to speak to the winds, yes.
Just the shamans.
Are any of them here?
There are shamans here. There.
I mean, that.
Hey, you look over and there's a couple people sitting in a circle playing cards.
Dope. Those are our people.
But I meant specifically ones that so one of those is a wind speaker, or several of them are.
Those are the shamans. They are on the ground.
Yes, I understand. I thought you said some of them speak to the wind, and I was asking if any of those
They
are
speak to the spirits and to the winds, yes.
all of them, or is that like a talent reserved for only a few?
I do not know. You may ask them.
I may.
They are not ostracized, or why do you not ask the shamans themselves? You ask me of the knowledge of others.
We didn't even know those people were shaman until 4 seconds ago.
Right? Yeah.
Because we talked to you.
Because
Kiratai
we
looks at you. We actually, you guys will remember that Kiratai at the tavern said that anyone who sits on the ground is a shaman.
Right. But
So
I also
people sitting
don't,
on the ground would be shamans.
Yes, but like I'm normally not thinking of like walking around chatting with people as like a homework assignment. So sometimes you just sort of forget like what you've learned in the past day. So he just says, yeah, he may end up speaking to them. And then the last thing before like Isaac, steps off stage for a moment, subtly, Isaac isn't going to activate it, but the ability that lets him manipulate the wind within 100 feet of him, manipulate its direction and tap into it. Does that seem present? Like I'm going to check in with it. Do I feel like I could connect to this wind within 100 feet?
You could.
Okay.
You're not prevented from your magic.
But does it feel like there's a
weave does
a
exist
language
here.
barrier? But does it feel like there's a magical equivalent of like a language barrier, or like a muffled, like something I'd have to push through to, you know what I'm saying? Like, does it feel like it would be a struggle?
Until you try, you're not going to detect anything. But your connection to the magics that you know are all there. Everything's there. All of your magic senses there. It's like your arms, your fingers are there. You're good to go.
Okay.
Until you go over and strum a guitar, you're not actually playing music.
Sure. Yeah, fair enough. Okay. I think that's it for Isaac for now.
Can I follow the birds? I'm gonna go see how they get taken care of and get them food and see if mine has a name and if it will.
Yeah,
look
yours
at me.
follows the rest of them around and will eventually make its way towards the bottom underneath the tent where there's a trough, and there is meat and a variety of dried fruits, looks like, in the trough.
Good, good. Make sure my bird eats.
It doesn't care about you. It just does its
I know.
thing and it's eating. Yeah.
I'm trying so hard to be friends.
Do you stay with the mall for curiosity, or do you seek something else?
Who's talking to me now?
This is Elbeck, the woman
Oh, hi,
that
Elbeck.
came with.
I just wanted to make sure that the mall got, his rest and water and food, because we've been riding him for so long. Probably pretty tuckered out.
They are most self-sufficient. We simply place the food in the troughs. It is the work of the shamans to do so.
Excellent. Do you think he likes me? I think we were starting to build like a relationship towards the end there. Like the last couple hours, I feel like he was starting to understand me.
You would have to ask one of the shamans. Strange creatures wishing for the affection of beasts.
I'm gonna go figure out which of the shamans is feeding the birds.
There's a guy who's currently limping along. He's got a crutch, and he's dragging his left foot behind, and he's bringing another bowl of meat and dried fruits to the trough.
Hi,
He
Tati.
looks pretty weak. He looks up at you and he goes, "Hello?
Nice to
Can I
meet you.
help you?" Nice. Okay. Nice to meet you too.
We just came in from the ocean, and we decided to join.
Sea.
Yes, we decided to join the tribe for a while we learn about this land. This is the bird I rode in on.
The mall, yes.
Yes. Does he have a name?
No, it is a Mormall.
That's all right. I think probably naming animals isn't like for the animal anyway.
If the mall needed names, would they not take them of their own accord?
But what if they didn't tell us?
Then it would be a secret.
Don't you want to get in on the secret? I'd love to know what his secret name is. Although this one, honestly, kind of dozy. I don't know if he just had like a hard ride out and back. Didn't really seem interested in like engaging too much.
Ah. And he walks over and he talks to the bird. Are you ill? Oh. She does not understand.
The bird or me?
It is a he. Therefore, you do not understand.
Well, that's correct. Do you understand?
I do.
Oh, awesome. Do you mind teaching me?
Are you a shaman?
Well, I could be. I'm like...
You seem sound of body. Why would you wish to be injured?
I don't wish to be injured, but I wish to know what you know. And also, I would like to know how to ride this more better than I did today. It was kind of embarrassing.
Did you not treat her well?
What did he say?
He said that you rode fine, but wished to go on your own way. Why would you wish to break from the party?
I didn't want to like leave. I just thought maybe we could like go a little faster, or maybe like alongside some of the others, or like investigate. like we passed by some different flowers that I don't see very often. I thought maybe we could look at them real quick as we were passing by, but he didn't want to.
Ah, a seeker of beauty. One moment. She wished to see things which she had not seen before.
Is he just speaking in common to the bird?
Yeah,
If I speak in common to the bird, is the bird going to understand me?
no. Why would you be able to speak to them all? You are not a shaman.
No, but I do speak common.
That much I can tell. But you are not a shaman.
Insight check. Like, what am I
Okay.
missing right now? I'm only choosing my worst skills right now.
Yeah, he's 100% being honest with you. Like, he's not hiding anything. He honestly doesn't see a dichotomy in what he's saying to you. He's able to talk to the bird, he's able to understand the bird, and you can't. You're able to understand everything he says to the bird, but you can't understand the thing the bird says to him.
I am going to break my foot and find out if I can speak the bird later. Like, that's, I'm not saying that out loud, but that's just became like within the top 5 of my to-do list is to break something so that I can speak bird.
I support this.
The spirits
You would.
grant the ability to. You would. That's such a catty thing to say. Out of character, when you become a shaman, you gain the ability to speak with animals permanently.
Oh.
Amazing.
Concerned for Tati's health.
So, what brings you to the slashing winds, Tati of the sea?
Oh, well, my whole crew here is on a mission. You'll probably hear all about
These
it
are
eventually.
your crew?
They're mine as much as I'm theirs.
Ah, so a tribe.
I mean, we can call it a tribe. We're on a boat, so usually we call ourselves a crew. But we have come out here in search for some ne'er-do-wells that are, I think, distributing a drug called Frenzy. They're
I do not
supposed to be near
believe
a
in the.
river.
I believe
You don't-
everyone has the capability of doing good,
Oh,
even if they do not
absolutely.
choose to. But you said they never do well.
Yes, because they never choose to do well.
Ah,
At least that's what
so
we're told, since they are creating and selling these very detrimental drugs. So we've come out to search for them and see what they're up to, and if it's truly bad, then we will stop it. But I might need to learn how to ride a normal in order to do that. So I'll probably need a teacher.
you wish to write a normal or a mormal?
Whichever one likes me best.
The normal will like you as much as they can, for they are idiots. The mormal are proud writing beasts.
The proud riding beast sounds pretty good. I'm probably gonna need a teacher to learn to ride a proud riding beast.
It is a relationship, but
I knew it.
you may try.
Is there a snack that they like best?
This one likes the hearts of the lizard, and he pours a little bowl of lizard hearts into the trough.
Oh, delicious.
They're little,
I will.
2 inches wide.
within the top 10 of my to-do list. Now it includes hunt lizards.
There are many of them around. You will hopefully not have one climb up on your mall when you sleep.
Does he only eat the heart?
No,
Would he not eat the rest of it?
he will eat the rest if he
But
is
he likes the
told.
heart. Okay.
Bryn will say, if we were to bring some of the lizard hearts here, I could prepare them. Do you think that would help? Maybe with Tati interacting with this?
Perhaps. Do you know how to prepare the lizard hearts?
Well, I'm something. I guess you could say I'm a chef.
Ah.
I don't. Would Bryn have? I don't imagine he'd have worked with lizard hearts previously.
No, not yet.
I haven't exactly worked with this ingredient before, but I'm a fast learner.
I will show you how to prepare the lizard hearts.
I'm grateful for it.
Shamans will catch you some lizards.
I'm gonna high five Brit.
High fives back. Tells him that's wonderful. Thank you.
Okay.
Incredible, Justin.
And so he guides you deeper into the tent complex, and you're going to find a whole bunch of people sitting on the ground. There's a good 6 or 7 of them that are sitting on the ground, and they're little boxes with little sticks propping up one end of the boxes.
Mm-hmm.
It's very obviously basic traps. And they are sitting inside of a circle of these things, cooking. And in order to get into the circle of the traps, you just got to step over them. And this guy with the crutch very difficultly steps over one of the boxes, knocks it over, and frustratedly gets down on a knee, sets the trap back up, grabs his crutch, and stands back up. So we simply place the hearts on a pan over the fire and cook until it is brown.
Okay, I think I can do that part.
Good. It is not difficult, but it does require that you be a shaman.
That could be a problem.
I was waiting for it.
It won't work if you're not injured.
Is that maybe could a shaman step in and help me with it, and I could do the cooking parts of it, and they could do the shaman parts.
Yes. The shaman part is kneeling upon the ground to turn the thing.
Bryn's looking at it. Turn the
the guy leans over, puts his knee on the ground, reaches over the fire with a pair of tongs and rotates it.
Oh, that's the shaman part?
Yes.
Okay, that kind of overlaps with what we do with cooking.
Yes.
Bryn will just reach to. I'll try it myself, and we'll see how it goes.
Okay.
Just do his cooking thing.
All right. Is he going to try to cook standing up, or is he going to sit down, kneel, or what? How's Bryn going to cook?
I figure Bryn will probably. Are there other chefs like in the area? He's
all
probably
of the people who are cooking, everyone who's cooking is either seated, kneeling, or gets up and then kneels next to the fire to reach the pans that are loaded on the coals.
Bryn will
Crouching an option?
You could potentially crouch. Have you ever tried crouching over a campfire? It sucks.
Yeah, I know.
Well, have you ever done like the Asian crouch? Like, it's really comfortable.
No.
It's super comfortable. You can stay there for hours.
Bryn? What's his mobility like? Is he able to do this without putting a knee down?
That's tempting. Anyone else is welcome to chime in as well. I think Bryn would infer based on what the chefs around him are doing, and he would mirror their behavior. If it seems like it's
Okay.
pretty standard to sit down, then he's going to sit down.
They will whisper. You are a healthy shaman.
You gotta be worry about what I put in my body. Gotta know what I'm eating, you know?
Like everyone's all of a sudden, this is a big deal that an able-bodied person is sitting on the ground.
I think Bryn's gonna eventually notice the attention drawn towards him. And is there like someone nearby kind of helping Bryn or
Yeah, the same
keeping
guy,
him?
Yigu. I will
Uh,
put his name in chat for you guys here.
He-
Yigu is the guy with the crutch that was talking to Tati earlier.
Excuse me, Yigu. I don't want to impose on your culture or anything. If it seems like I'm doing anything wrong, you can just let me know.
Nothing wrong. It is strange that you would choose to be upon the ground when you are of able body.
Oh, look around for a moment. Yeah. Well, we just my tribe's been doing a lot of walking, and I could just use like my knees could really use the rest.
But then why do you not rest upon the mall or upon a prop?
Well, I didn't think it would. I didn't want to bring the mall in. Are there malls nearby?
Yeah, all over the place. You look
Oh.
around, there's several people there just laying on one, taking a nap. There's a dude crisscross applesauce knitting on one.
Oh, I honestly I hadn't really thought of that. But he's gonna look at what he's cooking. I'm assuming it's coming along fine, right?
Yeah, you've browned a good 5 lizard hearts.
All right. I think I think Bryn will get up and stretch. Be like, I do you think I've been doing all right with this?
You have cooked lizard hearts well. Yes.
Oh, well, thank you. It was never really established how much lizard hearts needed. So I'm
Yeah, it's
guessing
a couple minutes. Yeah.
maybe Bryn will even ask, like, how many of these do they usually need to eat throughout the day?
Each mall? Well, the one you were speaking of will eat as many as we give him, but usually a few?
And to look at it, there's about 5 of them.
Yeah.
I think I'll take these back to my party, and if it's okay, I can come back. Also, I'd be happy to help with preparing the dinner for tonight while we're here later on.
Odd, but very well, if you so choose. Strange that a strong man would choose to rest upon the ground.
It's the way we travel. There's a lot of downtime, and sitting on the ground is pretty natural for us, I guess.
We do not have much downtime. Life is busy. It is either contests or service.
I believe that.
As you are Bryn's standing up to leave, a couple of the traps fall over, and the individual people nearby, one woman with a withered hand, a guy who's missing the leg from the knee down, make their way over to him, reach under, and you hear snap from underneath each of the boxes. And out comes a nice, good lizard, a good 15, 16 inches long, about, 3 inches in diameter. And they take a knife and gut it, pull
Hey.
everything out, and throw it onto a pan, and then spread that across a board and pin it onto the board.
I feel like Bryn might subtly sort of like jump, not being used to like seeing stuff prepared immediately next to where he's cooking. I mean, I guess. Well, I mean, fish. I guess he would. I guess he would be familiar with that, wouldn't he?
Yeah, you would.
He'll probably think to himself like,
The normal American isn't, but
he'll probably think this isn't much different from what we do on the ship.
yeah.
And then I'll take the lizard hearts back to Tati.
Cool. All right. So Tati, Bryn brings you 5 lizard hearts.
Oh wow, thanks.
Yeah.
I really think I'm gonna use this to like butter up to the Mormal.
The bird's beak is over your shoulder, trying to grab at one of the hearts.
I learned I'm at
Okay.
least a little bit of a shaman, I guess.
Oh, congratulations. Have you been learning like new cooking techniques?
Not new, but
Oh.
overlapping knowledge, I guess.
I'm sure it'll be a good experience.
You are
And-
bumped from behind as the maul pushes to get at the lizard hearts.
I am going to raise an eyebrow at them all. And
It does a similar gesture. Its feather eyebrow just cocks upwards.
I am going to offer an empty hand under the Mormal's beak and say, touch.
You hear a sound come from it. Blah! And a vomit has hit your hand. It's regurgitated food.
I'm going to just leave my hand out there because I don't want it back anymore. Thanks. And I will offer one of the lizard hearts as gratitude.
It eats the lizard heart, leaving you with your vomit-filled hand.
Mhm.
I think it likes you.
Yeah, I think our relationship's off to a great start.
It's progressing.
I'm gonna go figure out where to
Roll
wash.
an insight check. Let's see if you can beat a 15 on this insight check.
Oh, please. Insight.
You know, I'll leave you to try to figure out what just happened.
I know what
Is
just
it-
happened. I got puked on.
Is it anything Bryn saw that you might be able to insight on?
Yeah, let's go ahead. Bryn saw the whole thing, so let's go ahead and have him roll an insight check of 15
I don't have
or
his
better.
thing open.
Do you have his thing open, Isaac?
His
So,
insight
23.
bonus is 100.
Yeah. So Bryn's understanding is that the mall was just prompted to feed a youngling, and so it has regurgitated chewed food for a baby mall.
Oh, I think it's trying to provide for its family. I think it's expects you to give that food to something.
Not Tati, her baby. It's more like it understands that it does the chewing, and if something asks for food from the mall, it gives the food, and that person then takes that food over to the babies who then get fed.
If they look around, are there babies in the vicinity?
Yeah. What's really fun is the babies, the baby malls, they range from like little chicks that are, like 6 inches tall all the way up to 4 feet, but they're in these big round wicker cages that look like spheres. And on the side of the spheres, there's a harness that allows it to be attached to another mall and dragged behind inside this thing. It's like a giant hamster ball for the birds.
Why?
And you guys get the visual impression here that as these would be rolling along, the little birds are going to be tumbling in it like a washing machine.
That's why.
my god. I think Bryn will tell Tati.
Which is
like,
how
oh,
they're able to tell which ones are the weak ones and which ones are the strong ones.
jeez.
Because the
Because they
weak
don't
ones
get dizzy?
die. No, the weak ones die and get eaten by the strong ones.
Place is brutal.
A different feeling about this place.
So I'm on my way to go wash my hand off, and I take it Bryn stops me to say that I'm supposed to give this to something.
Yeah, Bryn's
Yeah.
gonna say like, oh, I think it wants you to go feed the babies, I guess.
As you walk over, you see that there's a little girl currently doing the same thing, and she only has her right arm, and she is currently feeding through the wicker cage some of the little birds.
Can I ask if the baby birds are cute?
They
Like,
are
are
very
they
cute.
okay? They're like
You
They have
want
the
to
little
fuzzy
feed them?
downy
duckling,
feathers.
not
It
like
is
ugly gosling.
no, these are the brown down feathered little cuddle bugs that you imagine a plush rubber chicken, just like a plush rubber
Ah,
chicken, where it's the skinny tall thing, but it's just so cuddly. Yeah. Instead of being ugly and rubber, it's actually got the whole fur and plush and feathers. Yeah.
Bryn, there's babies. I'm gonna go sit down next. No, I'm gonna crouch down next to the girl and just
Okay.
imitate her and feed the
Bryn will follow.
feed the things.
Okay.
Are they nice babies or do they bite finger off babies?
Oh no, they're absolutely nice. They start pecking at the food in your hand. She looks at you, hold hand flat so that they don't grab at skin.
Oh yeah, flat, flat, flat.
And she shows you with her one hand how to do it. And she smiles at you as you figure it out. Let's roll an animal handling check.
Oh no.
I'm gonna
Babies
be
might
the
bite.
mall whisperer.
Going to be great. A 5. You are
Uh-oh.
pecked. The flesh between your thumb and forefinger there gets pulled by the bird all the way into the cage.
I'm trying to do it flat. I'm trying to leave the finger.
The girl reaches in and grabs the side of the bird's head and forces the beak open. Keep hand flat or it bite.
Bryn will ask, how long
And you
does it
see
usually
her entire left side of her face has been burned, and her missing arm, you can infer, was due to an accident with a fire.
Bryn will ask, how long does it usually take for these small to grow up to ones you work with?
You work with them all. However, to ride, it takes about a year.
Oh.
They grow very quickly.
He's so cute. I think I might need a band-aid.
Oh,
Band-Aid. Do not know that brand.
I'm not gonna lick it off because it's covered in vomit. So
It
I'm gonna go
is
find a place to
healthy.
wash. For
The
birds,
offering of the
I'm sure.
mall is most helpful.
I'll call Coin over if you need him to heal you. I don't have a band-aid with me.
No, that's okay. I'll just find a place to wash. I don't want to get
Okay.
punched.
Good idea. Camera pan to Coin,
Yep.
just somewhere random trying to do coin tricks to himself. Damn it. Ah. It's bad it lands on his head. Camera pans back.
I was gonna recommend Coin and maybe Crystal. I'm a little busy with the bird, obviously, because we have to be best friends by tomorrow. But
That's true.
there's a time limit.
Facts.
Self-imposed right now.
It's already
Um,
spit up in your hand, so I think that's good progress.
Yeah. But we
He
have
really
these,
likes you.
recipes for the mana potions and the like the healing potions and stuff, and we haven't really sat down to look at them, much less figure out what ingredients they need and what ingredients we still have to get. I thought
Mhm.
you might this is the first time in a while we've had a little bit of downtime.
That's a good idea.
So-
I can go tell everybody what we need to prepare while we're here, and hopefully this bird will like you after this, and you don't lose a hand.
But
I'd
then
give you
you'd be
What
another
did
high
you do with
five,
the lizard
but
hearts?
you'd regret it.
Say again, Aaron?
I'm keeping 4 of them close
Oh.
to me as bribes for the next
Okay.
time I try to get something besides vomit.
Okay. Cool. So we're going to go ahead and pan away from Tati and her hand mess. Saphira, what have you been doing this whole time?
I have been wandering around trying to see if I could either find people playing cards or find people who look like hunters, whichever catches my eye first.
You'll catch a couple of people who just came back, and they've got these very long lances that are barbed on the end, and they have a entire stringer of different animals on the side of their maul as they arrive. It's 2 of them, and they pull up and start disembarking from their maul, walk over towards the shamans, and with a bow at the waist, place the prey animals into the ring of the traps for the shamans to cook.
I'll walk over toward them and just, without preamble, good hunting then.
It was. And you are
Oh, my name's Saphira. Oh,
Saphira and
Saphira.
Estrogen, and this is Jung Shui of the Slashing Winds. Are you of the Slashing Winds?
For the time being, yes, I am. We came from the
The
sea to
time
join
being, I
them.
do not understand.
Oh, uh, well, we were not originally of the Slashing Winds, and we're here now, but we expect that we will need to return to where we came from after our paths are done crossing.
Where did you come from?
We came from the sea, and before that rested, but I prefer to say we came from the sea.
Strange. I did not think that people lived in the sea.
Oh, it's even better living than land. No one to tell you what to do. No, every person, one for all for one, all working for the common good for each other. You can see the open sky as far as you can see. It's wonderful.
Single
Sounds
tier.
very much like where we are.
It's beautiful here too.
No one here tells another what to do. And
Oh.
from here, you can see as far as you can see. Why would one wish to be within the water when you could be on the land and striding strong?
I have
Because I've got
objections.
the ever ridden a large wave and come crashing down to the bottom of it, and just
No.
stood on the edge of the deck and shouted at the top of your lungs.
Why would one do so?
Because it's exhilarating.
Strange cultures. Come, Estrogen. Let us return to the tent. Nice to meet you, Saphira of the Sea.
Nice to meet you as well. And yeah, I think Spiro will
And
just
he
let them
turns
go and kind
and
of just keep wandering around.
puts his hand on her waist, and you watch him grab her butt as they walk away. They're very obviously in love as they are walking away very close to each other, and they will duck into a tent off to the left.
PDA.
Saphira will think
I
nothing of it
see.
until she gets about halfway toward rejoining everyone else, and then, oh, and then just keeps walking.
Okay. What's Isaac up to? Isaac's already talking to the shamans, trying to figure out more of his stuff, right?
I did want to, before I knew what to do next, I wanted to confirm. I heard about the winds potentially, stripping the bones from your body. Don't love that. But I did not hear the frequency. Is that what they are all the time? Is that what they get to sometimes? Like, what was the beginning part of that?
They
I can go
didn't
check.
say.
They didn't say.
Yeah.
Fuck. Ray, do you have inspiration? If you don't, you should take mine. You're muted, so I can't hear you. But if you don't, I have some that I will give you.
I have it.
Okay. Well, you should know you should know that deserved it. Can I? Would the arcane wind senses at least let me know how hard the wind is right now? Like, can I
Yeah.
Can I just tune
Yeah,
in?
it's blowing a good 35 miles an hour right now. It's blowing.
Oh, I mean that's a lot, but it's not like yeah, but that's
Right.
not harmful. Okay. Is Crystal looking like we were messaging a little? Is Crystal looking like she's itching to take a little walk?
What's Crystal
Yeah,
doing?
so Crystal, I think she stayed on the mall a really long time until Tati went to go visit them, and she was still just laying on the mall because they had told her that she couldn't lay on the ground unless she was a shaman. So she overheard that whole conversation, but eventually she gets off the
Yep.
mall and walks over to see that Isaac is going towards the shaman, and she also is going to join that conversation, or she's walking towards
Okay,
Isaac to join
sure.
that conversation.
They ask you, did you enjoy your rest? Was it comfortable?
Yes, the most comfortable.
Mm. We are glad that you found comfort in the mall. And really, it's like sleeping on a feather bed.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Sure. I was still picturing a crab, so I'm
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
texture
but
of
covered in
crabs, you know?
feathers. Yeah, it's not texture of a crab. It's muscles with feathers.
Isaac will thank them, sincerely with some degree of formality for for hosting them here and helping teach them about their culture and answering their questions and helping them transport across these lands. I think I'll just sort of follow up in general then about the winds and say, we heard that the winds here can be quite dangerous, and just wanted to learn more about that. I think it's just where he'll start.
They blow, and it's harmful to those who are caught within it.
How
What do
frequently
you
do
wish
the
to
winds
know?
become how frequently do the winds become tempestuous? For example, I could step out into them right now without, being physically harmed too much, unless they blew a rock at my head.
Likely.
But sometimes one of your tribe mates described it as the winds sometimes get strong enough to strip the skin and the flesh from your bones.
Yes,
that
the spirits do so when they are angered or wish to protect us.
Do you have when they wish to protect you? Do you have you may have overheard part of a conversation my friend was having about living at sea. I also live at sea, and one of the something occasionally practiced in our seafaring culture is speaking to the winds to help give us a more favorable route or to protect us, and trying to beseech them for their assistance. Is that how you would describe what you do? For example, when you say the winds protect you, is that sort of their decision, or is that
Would
something
you
you
come speak
asked them?
to you come speak to this man, please? And the guy with the crutch comes over. You had questions of the winds, and
I did.
you ask if we can control them.
Or beseech them or ask them to do something. I was assuming it would
We can
potentially be a
speak
bit
with the
more.
spirits, yes. We speak with the
Uh,
spirits. We ask them to help us in our ways.
okay.
Are the
They
spirits
And
guard
the
are there?
us.
wind?
Mhm.
Go ahead,
Go ahead.
Crystal.
Are the spirits the wind?
The spirits blow the wind. They are not the wind itself.
Mm,
For I
okay.
can make wind, and he blows it across his hand, but I am not the wind.
But you're not a spirit either.
No, not yet. He
Now,
smiles.
but when you did that, do you in your spirit, in your soul, in yourself, did you feel like you were asking the wind or telling the wind in that moment where you just sort of had influence over it?
I created the wind. The spirits create the wind as well.
Okay. He defers to Crystal, who has like he just recently learned, because for him it was still, I know for us it was like several weeks ago, but I think this was only a few days ago on the ship when he learned that that your divine power comes from a nature deity. So at this point he's sort of deferring to you on the follow-ups here, if there are any.
Think when you're talking about spirits, are you talking about the people who have died, or are you talking about the gods that you serve?
We do not serve gods. We serve ourselves. We serve the tribe. The spirits are odd. I'm certain that some of them may be those who have lived before, but others are simply spirits. They do not need the requirement of having lived in order to be. For example, one may be the spirit of a land, another might be the spirit of an emotion. The spirits are all over.
Okay. Do you have were you told stories of where your spirits came from and how they came to be in your land?
You think? I do not believe so. I do not recall ever having questioned. The spirits are. It is a fact. I shall ask. And one moment, and he takes his crutch and walks to the edge of the tent and looks out into the desert and contemplates for a couple minutes.
While he's doing that, can I have a quick aside with Crystal?
Sure.
And I'm like, see, this is to the extent that I don't know that I knew what I was curious about, but as he was answering, I got more curious about like, I guess if their magic is a little bit more what you do or a little bit more what I do, uh, 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 and that seems a little more what you do, right? Like that's a little more like talking to an other entity and asking and collaborating on the magic. I mean, not exactly the way you do it, but right?
Crystal like shrugs and she's like, I think they're making it seems like they just made up what a spirit is. This is not what I don't know what they're referring to. She's like, yeah. It maybe. It depends on if he comes back and has changed, like, or if he's gotten an actual answer from the spirits, or if he thinks that talking to the wind is a spirit. I don't know.
Yeah, interesting.
Right.
Okay, see what he says.
Mm-hmm.
As he comes back, he smiles. The spirits say that some have lived before and some have always been. they speak to us in harmony.
You get to talk to the spirits,
Yes,
but how come you do and no one else does? Like none of the other
Oh.
people do, other than the shamans.
just the shamans, yes. It is our gift for not being strong.
When did you get your gift?
I got mine with birth. I was born this way. My leg was lame the day I came out of my mother's womb.
So the day you were born, you could talk to spirits?
Uh, I could not immediately, but once I learned to speak, I could speak with the spirits, yes.
Okay. So they chose you in a way.
Perhaps. I had not thought of it in such a way. But others, like Katota over there, and he points at the little girl who's feeding the chickens with Tati, she became a shaman 6 months ago, and she can speak with the spirits now.
Did she get her gift as soon as she was injured?
Yes.
Okay. Where I come from, we're chosen at birth.
Ah, congratulations.
Well,
Which
seems to be
you
your
say,
situation as well.
is there a specific... Your questions make me wonder, almost as if you have chosen specific spirits to ally yourself with.
Hmm. I mean, I didn't pick her. She picked me.
Ah, so why do you serve one who has imposed their will upon you?
She didn't. She just thought I was special.
She must be right. We are all special.
Crystal is very confused by that statement. No one has ever said that before. To her. Oh, okay. Sure.
What is the name? What is her name? The spirit that you serve.
Hannah.
Hannah. It's a nice name.
Yeah.
The
She's very
winds,
beautiful.
the winds say that they know Hannah. Odd.
They're talking to you right now.
Yes. The spirits say they know of Hannah.
Hmm.
They are friends. Odd. I had not heard of this name before, but my spirits and your spirit are friends in some way.
The same high school, or
If it's the winds, I'm sure that the school that they have gone to must be very high.
Stop.
Hmm.
would it be uncouth if I were to step out and attempt to? So I can speak with the winds that hover over the seas, but they feel a little bit different, perhaps, than the winds here in this desert. And I would attempt to commune with them if you would allow, but I don't know. I don't
Strong one seeks
know if
to
that's sort of
commune with the winds. This I would like to see. And he steps out with you.
okay. Crystal, you're welcome to tag along, since we're apparently going to be talking to friends of a friend for you. But
Yeah, Crystal's like gonna be like, I'm not missing this. She's gonna step out.
all right, I'll step out to pretty much as far as he suggests.
Ego goes however far you want to go. 25, 30 yards out.
Yeah, I mean, ideally, I would like to have my 100-yard bubble around me without accidentally fucking with, in case
Sure,
anything goes awry, without accidentally fucking with the tent or anybody in the
sure.
tent.
He'll move further away. Yeah,
Just a little bit, yeah. And then I can display the ability just so we make sure we're like
sure. Yes, please.
uh, conceptualizing it correctly. No, not tempestuous magic, not heart of the storm. They all sound the same. Storm guide.
Okay,
If it is windy, I can choose the
it
direction
is.
that the wind blows. In a 100-foot radius sphere centered on me, the wind blows in that direction until the end of the next turn. But I can re-up at every bonus action, which is how I've been doing it for
Sure.
because it's unlimited. So yeah, I will just sort of I'm not. It's a very light touch. Actually, to you, I'm not even really attempting to change the direction of it yet. And to use a sailing analogy, since I mean, why not? We're here, right? I'm using Storm Guide. When you want to get like kelp or something off of the, I'm forgetting all the terms, like the propeller, but something in the back of the ship, you don't want to like start
Rudder.
jamming stuff in there to. Thank you. Start jamming stuff in there to get it off because you will. At this point now, you're causing more drag with your tool than the kelp was ever causing. So you need to drop the tool in along with the waves to try and let it like naturally drag off the kelp, and you guide it with a lot of finesse. And that's all I'm trying to do with the wind. I'm not even really trying to change the direction. I'm just trying to dip my hands in the water, to use the analogy, in a way that like rolls with the waves a bit.
Sure.
What happens?
You feel the winds going past you. You could try to control them. He looks at you with a bit of a smile on his face. Interesting. A wind dancer.
See, I knew there
That's
was.
a good title.
I glanced at Crystal, and because you had heard him rattle off like 6 others that weren't that, and he was like, "I knew there was going to be one." Every new community I visit, they've got their own word for it. Okay, and he will at this point. Yeah, I mean, he's going to have a little fun with it just to make sure it's all working. He'll do a couple of gestures that are like very muted, like maestro like, just to get some swirls going, to get some movement. This way, that way, just to
Your
you're test driving
spirit
a car.
strong. You dance with the other spirits. Your connection to the afterlife must be very strong indeed.
If it is, I don't know about it. For better or worse, to my knowledge, it sort of begins and ends with the winds and the storms and the rain. But hey, you certainly may be correct.
But we have no storms here. You simply dance with the spirits and the winds they have caused.
Yeah,
Your
Like
spirit
storm
is
stuff?
equal to theirs. You are simply more in touch with it than you realize.
I'll take your word for it. He says pretty sincerely. He's, I think, used to. I mean, I think he just is somewhat self-aware that he has a -1 to Arcana and religion. Like, I think he's just used to the world, like, being full of mysteries. He's gone many places. He's seen different types of magic, and he's like, yeah, maybe so. You could be right.
Hmm.
He puts his hand on your shoulder. It is strange to me to find a strong one who dances with spirits, but cannot yet speak to them. Perhaps someday they will speak to you in person.
I don't think the way that I generally speak to the winds at sea would. I mean, I can try, but I do literally have an ability called Wind Speaker as a storm guide. But I don't think that's gonna. My out of game and in game suggestion is that these spirits might not respond to something like this, but I can try. He'll. I think it's whistling for Isaac when he does.
Yep.
I flavor it as like whistling on the wind, and that's how he'll
You'll
attempt it.
get a not necessarily words, but almost like a sing-song lullaby wash around you. It's a calming general effect that there's a primordial force at play here.
And it feels like it feels more like an embrace than like a.
Yeah, it's more like this gentle song on the wind that it's there. Something's involved. And it's comforting, not ominous, but very, very powerful.
Can Crystal hear it? Crystal, do you hear that? Or is that just for
That's
me?
just you.
Yeah, I don't think she would hear it.
Interesting. Okay. He kind of half shrugs to the shaman and thanks him very much for his time and his assistance. Because I think he's pretty much answered all the questions he wanted to, but with the reverence that this tribe held for the spirits of the wind, he didn't want to go speak to them without checking with the shamans first.
Mm-hmm.
Enjoy your dance for as long as you wish. Does not seem like they will have any ill will against you.
Do they have
Great.
ill will, and do you call it something other than a storm?
When we are attacked by dragons, we ask the winds to blow the dragons away. When we are attacked by mighty beasts, we ask for the winds to hide our scent. The winds help us in many ways.
Hmm. Do you have problems with fires here?
They do not stay lit very easily, no.
Okay. So fires don't rage from the winds.
They could, but we ask that they do not.
Mm. I was just thinking
I've
mixing of
seen
dragons and heavy wind is not good.
I've seen the winds take fire and turn it into a massive tornado, spinning column of wind and fire that roared across the plains. It is a terrifying thing.
But you have not experienced it personally, like here in the camp.
I've not been hit by a fire tornado, no.
Okay. Hmm. Do you have a dragon close by that flies over this part?
I hope not. We would need to move.
Do you move
And with
often?
that, he lays down on the ground and looks in all directions on the ground. Only the one at Fort Folly is still there. We should be safe at least for the night.
Okay. All right.
And so he's going to lead you guys back into the tent. Dinner is served. Everyone's either sitting on a bird, on a little stick to prop them up like a bar stool, or is a shaman and sitting on the ground eating off of a plate. Everyone's got their little, it's like half of the group's at a dinner party and the other half is at a a bachelor's apartment. So you have the very diverse the dichotomy of cultures there, where half the group is standing and the other section is all sitting on the floor.
Hmm.
But it's not like they're disrespectful to each other. It's just that's the way things are.
Hmm.
Is there any entertainment over dinner?
Yeah, they will talk about the hunt that the two hunters had, Isugan
What did they
and
hunt?
Jongshui. They hunted a variety of rabbits. They had two large lizards, and they had this. They attempted to chase a beast with horns and large hindquarters, and they were unable to follow it as it was too fast for them.
Are the stories of the hunt, are they more like
Well, it's exaggerated.
heroic or skillful or humorous?
It is all of the above. It is storytelling to a degree that is 100% exaggerated on all ends. If there's a funny moment, it is made to be Benny Hill levels of funny. If it's a serious moment, it's deathly serious. It's super dramatic, and this is a storytelling tribe, and this is how they get their entertainment. Is here's what happened today.
Can we
These two
infer?
hunters have become my two favorite people. Although, do the I can't remember their names. The ones that brought us in, did we hear their
Bertai and
story of
Elbeck,
what
yeah.
happened to us?
They don't really talk about that much. Unless prompted. If you want them to, they will tell the story. But they're
Uh,
going to be kind of on the reserved side on that story. And roll an insight check.
I will do that. I thought the dragon was a pretty cool story.
Yeah, except for they didn't really get to see much of it. So, Tati, you're not going to pick up on it. I figure that the most of the rest of you guys will pick up on it. They're trying not to insult you guys.
How much can we infer based on their hunting stories how they hunt? Is they just trying to get them with blades? Do they have ranged weapons?
It's very much like jousting, where they are on the backs of the mall and they literally run the creatures down with the lances.
Checks out.
They do have bolas that they use. If you guys are familiar with the Central American weapon, the bolas, those are a
particularly.
cultural weapon here. It's
Going
a
to add
rope
that
or
to my
leather
list of
strap.
Things to learn.
It's a leather strap or string with two balls or more on the leather string. You spin it around your head, and you throw it. And when the strap or the string hits something, it wraps around, and those balls will interlock with each other and literally just tie you up in a knot.
Oh,
It's an amazing weapon, and there's a variety of police departments now that actually have bola shooters that will trip you up.
interesting.
So, really cool thing from Central America that is an entanglement weapon.
Must be tricky to use in the wind, but cool.
Not really, because the bolas are usually made with lead shot, so they will fly very, very far.
I see.
And I will put that in here for you guys. It's BOLAS. If you want to pull those up, they're really, really cool
Yeah.
things.
It's cool.
Something to learn about IRL weapons that people never talk about because most weapons are designed to kill. Bolas are 100% just an entanglement device that keeps the creature alive.
Yes, that thing Joseph Joestar uses.
Yes.
I'm glad someone got that.
I'm sorry I did. But anyway. Jojo? Yeah.
And if you can get a quantum bolus around two people, then separate them any amount of distance, you'll know what happens to one by the other because they'll be quantum entangled.
Good luck setting that
Yes,
up.
Jordan, you're right.
That was the biggest stretch I've ever made on a joke. I know.
Nope.
That's
This is
It
I followed
a
along just
quantum
fine.
stretch.
Tragedy,
Yes.
Jordan. I don't think that's true.
On a quantum level,
think-
he's right.
this is absolutely
Oh,
No,
what
I meant I
Saphira
don't
would
think it's
say,
the
though.
furthest. Yeah, exactly. I meant no. I'm sure he's right about the physics. I meant I don't think he's correct that it's the furthest he's ever stretched for a joke.
I sure hope it is.
Scientifically, it might be the furthest distance because you can technically quantum entangle anything anywhere in the universe. So,
or so I've heard.
anyway, moving on.
I think Coin will probably offer to share our last few days as a story, assuming they're doing sort of like a public circle to discuss.
Yeah,
And
the
Saphira's
entire
definitely gonna
crowd
that
is
too.
yeah, everyone's interested in hearing Coin's story about the last few days. And they will get very quiet and the one or two people who are talking will get hushed out. We wish to hear the Grung's story.
Yeah, well, we move across a lot of different places, but our landed on Asteria not too long ago and immediately greeted with that dragon just destroy. I don't know if you guys know about that huge scorched town.
Fort Folly, yes.
How familiar? Yeah, well, we had to walk through it, and all the crabs were awake. So I really had to do some. He's gonna start. I don't think Coin's intentionally trying to deceive, but he's hamming up like I had to jump building to building across these things, getting the crabs distracted, you know? And he's embellishing a little bit,
Of course. Well, you
but
got
he's
to.
gonna describe the events of like, it felt like a maze, but I knew where I was going the whole time. Some of you, he'll refer to the people we met at the place. Yeah, you guys know how that story ended, but I can't count how many crabs we had to take down on the way over. You guys ever had to climb onto the back of a crab before?
No, we have not.
It's
Not-
Punched its eyeballs together.
it's difficult.
It's difficult.
Where was
It
I during
would
this
seem
part?
to be.
Oh, yeah, you were knocked out.
Oh no.
Oh, okay.
I mean, leaving out the best part. When that dragon flew overhead, I mean, it got so close to us. We could smell the sulfur on its breath. We could see the fire in its eyes. And it reared back its mouth to breathe on us. And at the very last second, we ducked out of the way and made hell for leather to the tower.
So true.
I wrestled one of the crabs
Ooh,
with my bare hands.
wow. Great
I think I
warriors.
suplexed one of them too.
Suplexing a crab. It is quite the feat for such as one as small as you are.
Since they don't have one.
Well, it is time for bed. Enjoy your evening. If you
You're cut out,
require a
Mike.
place to sleep, the Bofu Mall is available. Otherwise, make yourselves comfortable.
I'm
Which
curious.
one is the Bofu Mall?
Are there any record keepers in the tribe?
The
maybe
shamans
not a-
keep an oral history.
All right. If I was just curious about someone who's really been around this land, who would I ask?
One of the shamans, of course.
A wayfinder. You got a wayfinder around here?
Yes. Gigu is our most recent wayfinder.
Recent?
Most recent.
He is the one
What
who
happened?
has most recently guided us. Yes.
Okay, I was gonna ask what happened to the last one. Where are they?
She is over there. And they point to Katona, the little girl.
Like child or just
Yeah, she's like
up and
7
coming?
years old.
Damn.
Her?
You let
Yes.
children guide you?
Yes. Why wouldn't you? They're shaman.
How long have they been practicing?
Katota has been a shaman for a year and a half.
Huh.
Ever
I-
since the fire.
Fire.
The fire?
There's a fire.
A spark hit her tent and engulfed it, and it caused her to be burned on her left side. She
Oh.
has been unable to hunt, but is quite good at feeding the mall and dealing with them. So that is how she serves. And from time to time, she guides.
Fair enough. I've got a few questions about maybe what
course.
she's seen. I guess I'll go ask.
Okay, very well. And the little girl's sitting there and currently dealing with a couple of the little birds inside the round cages. She looks up at you. It was a nice story about you jumping from wall to wall.
It was more than a story, it was a reality. Glad you
Of
liked
course
it.
it was. Why wouldn't it be?
I don't know. Some people doubt me. I don't know why. So
Why would
I'm
someone
told.
doubt you? Do you tell lies?
No, that's the crazy thing. I think I'm like
Strange.
talking it up. So you're
Do your people always jump from wall to wall?
most of them. I got a couple cousins that are afraid of heights, weirdly enough. But if you have it,
Hmm.
use it. You know what I mean?
I suppose I do no longer have it.
Fair enough. Uh, how? I'm just curious. How far have you traveled? Like, do you have a sort of recollection of where you've really been last year?
Um, let's see. We have moved the tent at least. Um, year that is 12 moons, right?
I think Coin will do the math.
12, like 12. Yeah, okay. About 2 weeks.
12 moons is close to, it's actually closer to 14 moons per year, but just,
Oh, I was
um,
thinking like nights.
no. Actually,
I was like,
the way
event?
that the Native Americans of many cultures judge time in real life here on Earth is based off of how many new moons and
Oh, okay.
moons
I think
cycles we go
Coin
through.
would maybe be able
Yeah.
to infer that then.
Yeah, absolutely would.
Okay. Then yeah, Coin would reaffirm like,
Oh, yeah, that's about like a year.
So we have moved the tent at least 20 times. Um, and each time we move, we go for 2 or 3 days. So many distances.
If you don't mind, I have a few questions. Maybe you can fill in the
I
gaps
don't
for
mind.
me.
he'll pull out
Of
his map,
course.
his blank one,
How do you
and
jump from wall to wall?
she's asking.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I can just stick on it.
Is there? He'll look around. Is there a wall nearby?
I can just
Yeah.
show you.
Just walk up to a nearby wall and sort of nonchalantly climb up it.
Her eyes bug out of her head. Wow.
Yeah, I
Climb back down.
it's sort of a skill thing. So
He's
Are
pulling out
you
this map here.
sticky? And she reaches out to touch your skin.
only if I don't bathe for a while. Usually it's more like
She's gonna
slippery,
go
I
ahead
think.
and can I? And she's gonna touch
He's gonna. I think he's gonna pull away. Like,
I wouldn't do that.
Oh, why not?
There's a thing with my tribe, the Grung. Yeah, we could sort of have a bit of kick when we're touched. I don't know if you've ever
Oh,
encountered like poisonous things on Asteria.
yes. We have many poisonous creatures here in Australia.
yeah, he'll sort of point in his arm like,
Yeah, you poke that, you're gonna get a little sick.
Ah, would not want that. So, what were your questions?
so he's holding out a blank map. He's gonna sort of show it to her, pointing to Asteria.
I'm sure you
Australia,
might
yeah?
not.
Good.
Sorry. He'll point at like,
I'm sure you might. I don't know how much you might know about the layout.
but he'll point roughly to where I think he figures we are,
Sure.
And he'll say, if you have a recollection of any noticeable like threat, something big and dangerous, or somewhere a lot of any important places you think might be on this map.
I do not know this view.
Well, this is
again pointing at the map. Like,
this
Mhm.
is essentially where we're at right now.
he'll point
Okay.
to
But where are the
inland.
crystals?
Well, they're not marked here.
He'll point to some of the markings he's already made, kind of
Uh-huh.
explaining like,
It's a blank map, right? I'm filling out what I find. This is where we've been
Ah,
in the past. We're sort of trying to fill out over here where we're at.
so you have ways of keeping where you have been on the paper.
Yeah, it's sort of visual storytelling over oral.
Interesting. could be wise for sharing.
It's useful. I got a
So
lot of
what is your
knowledge
question?
racking up in this brain. I need to save space by writing it down, you know?
Ah. So what is your question?
Uh, Up for interpretation. You seen any crystals? You seen any dragons, big monsters, anything on have you
Yeah.
even have you seen like any sort of thrown together buildings? Little fortress or something?
I have heard of Fort Folly, but I've never been. I'm not strong enough to make the journey. As far as buildings, no. We have our tents. It's said that the rolling boulders have a building in the mountains.
There's never been a time where maybe you were traveling and you saw in the distance some non some foreigners essentially, some random people you don't usually see or seem out of place maybe.
Other than you?
Don't push it.
She smiles. She's trying to poke fun.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, no, but the crystals did behave strangely several weeks ago.
Strangely? What's strangely for the crystals?
Well, I woke up one night, and as I laid there, one of the crystals blinked out. And now that would not be strange, for someone could pass between us and the crystal. A beast, a creature, does not matter. But the crystal remained out for at least 2, 3 hours.
It blinked out. If you don't mind me asking, where are your crystals at?
All over. There are many crystals.
Do they move? Are they stationary? If
No, the crystals are stationary. I can show one to you. We have one here in the tent.
it would help us a lot.
Okay. As she stands up and will walk you towards the center of the tent. And as you guys walk towards the center of the tent, she's staying to the sides of the alleyways between the tents. You realize as you get to the center of the tent city here, all the paths lead towards the center of this place, and the arches here are all open on purpose to allow a line of sight to the center of the place where there's a crystal. It's a good 4 feet tall and multifaceted. It's got a good 50, 60 faces on it, and it's glowing ever so gently with a rainbow light.
Uh,
This is one of the crystals.
Coin's gonna consider, and this is Justin asking out of character,
Sure.
what Coin knows about crystals that's been said this session, and if there was anything
Yeah.
last session.
What's the question?
I'm asking just generally, kind of
Oh,
how
generally,
much.
what's the information you know?
What does Coin know about the crystals' purpose, how
Okay.
they use it?
Yeah. Information you guys have collected so far about these crystals is they are used to navigate from one place to another. The tribes don't have a series of maps as to where the crystals are, but the crystals reflect what's in the environment around them. So if there's a fire, it would be a orange light that flickers. If it's raining, it would be a gray light that flickers like falling rain. If it's a solid burning light, there's a fire in that area. If it's blue skies, it's going to be bright, shiny. If there's a sandstorm, it's going to be tumultuous and hard to see. But these
Okay.
people have told you guys over the past 2 sessions that in order to see the light of these crystals, you have to place your head on the ground. And the only people who can see these are the shamans. And that's kind of why they are seen as being the people who rest on the ground is, as shamans, they get to put their heads on the ground and see the lights from these crystals.
Oh,
And they can see the light over the horizon where they can actually tell where they want to go next. It's not necessarily that they know where geographically they're going, but they're going from one place that is safe
huh,
now to another safe place in that direction,
I
which is
see.
why a little girl who is chosen to be the wayfinder lays her head down on the ground, looks for a safe light, and simply guides the entire group to go towards this safe light. It's
I
not
see.
necessarily a place that they're going. If they want to go to a green meadow, they look for the green light.
Okay.
Being the inference that one of the lights has gone out for an extended period of time, something is blocking that light. And last session, you weren't here for this, but last
Uh-huh.
session, they did mention that there was a false guide, is the worst insult that could be made. And that would be
Oh,
someone who either um, does not tell the tribe the correct place to go, or lies to the tribe in that way, or manipulates the
yeah.
crystals. Because,
Fabricates.
yeah, fabricates the crystals, alters the way the crystals work,
Uh,
is the
okay.
only thing that's punishable by death in this culture,
I see. Okay.
is messing with the crystals.
Coin will follow her. Look at this crystal.
Yeah,
He's thinking about this, recalling everything he knows of it, and he'll
yeah.
ask her,
Uh, do you is someone like me allowed to use this in your tribe, or would it be something I need to earn the right to do?
She
To
looks at you.
attempt.
She looks at you quizzically. I do not understand. You wish to lay upon the ground and see?
This is an unconventional means of navigation to me, and
Ah,
I'm curious to know more.
the spirits teach us to be able to see. Um, I do not understand why you would wish, as a strong man, to place yourself in the role of a shaman. But
Jack of all trades. Let's put it that way.
strange, but very well. And you get the impression it's almost like she's expecting. The culture shock of this is like a bodybuilder going to Walmart and riding in the little Power Wheel shopping cart. You know,
yeah, I got the
everybody in the
visualization.
entire place is going to look at you weird and not understand what the hell's going on.
Yeah, but you know what? That bodybuilder is having the time of their life.
Maybe so, but when the granny is sitting there waiting, you
Good point.
know,
He's asking. He's not just saying, "I'm going to try
yeah.
the crystal
No,
now."
no, no. And it doesn't. And the thing is that it doesn't preclude anyone else from doing it. It's just it's that cultural
Yeah,
misunderstanding of this is
he didn't
anyone can
expect to
ride the
get
go
asked
kart.
that.
Yeah, anyone can ride the go kart, and like no one ever says you can't go to Walmart and use the little go kart. And technically,
Yeah.
if you ever ask, you can, but no one ever asks.
Coin would like to ride the go kart.
Okay, so you got to put your head on the ground.
Yeah,
Cool. Are you looking at this crystal, or are you looking for other crystals?
I assume he's gonna start sort of down the line of he's told the crystals can sort of, I guess, find maybe dangers locally or see what's
Okay,
nearby. He'll start off
sure.
there.
All right, so you look at this crystal from the ground level, and it's got this kind of brown light reflection off of it, and you realize it's coming from the tent above. Um,
Right.
it's kind of fairly obvious. It's just reflecting what's in the environment.
Okay.
It's not anything super crazy. It doesn't seem very magical to you. And then you turn and look away from this crystal, And as your head's down on the ground, you're going to see 100 different lasers coming from the horizon towards this crystal, all in different colors. It's just like getting blasted in the face with an entire light show.
Could I
It's
maybe do it?
overwhelming. Go
I
ahead.
think Coin has good fortitude, but maybe a check on how jarring this would be if he'd sort of like pull
Yeah.
his head up out of the
No,
water.
this is absolutely. In fact, I need you to go ahead and make the wisdom saving throw. And I need you to beat a 20 on this. Okay,
I'm
you
gonna
have
s-
fallen unconscious.
What if I try for an inspiration?
The
Okay, I'm
dice want to tell a
unconscious.
story, Justin.
I'm unconscious, all right.
Damn.
The dice really want to tell a story right now. You just got 3 8s in a row.
Even worse, since it's even worse, the dice themselves are 666.
Yeah. Even
Wait
if
a
I had a
second.
fourth cry, I wouldn't use it.
Wait, you're right. It's 666.
Oh my god, they are literally 6.
Coin is dead.
So,
Coin's in a nightmare right now.
Coin,
Yikes.
as you fall unconscious, you're going to hear a voice in your head. And it's not so much one voice as it is an entire choir of voices. And it's hard to make them out. It's just a jumble of noise and people shouting and talking over each other. And then you're going to come to consciousness. It's been an hour that you've been laying on the ground, and there are people all around you concerned for your safety and health.
Coin rubs his head, just looking around.
Yep, Katoda is there, and she looks at you. Are you okay?
Is that supposed to happen?
Only to those who are not shamans.
If I do it again, will it happen?
Likely.
Mm,
The
Has
spirits must
anyone ever
speak to you
died
before. The spirits
doing
must speak
this?
to you calmly before you try to guide.
Have you ever seen anyone die doing this?
No.
Okay. He's looking at it. How far from dinner are we?
You guys are after dinner now, so it's probably close to sunset. I'd say you guys are about 2 hours after dinner.
I missed dinner? 2 hours? Okay, he didn't miss it then. Uh, I don't. It could be useful for us traversing through here. I want to try again, but I need to ask you something about it.
Yes.
And he'll
You're asking a 7-year-old girl. Good.
he'll pull out the map again, and he'll say, "If there's other authorities I gotta ask about this, I will. But I want to ask you since you seem aware of it.
Sure.
Were I to make reference points of these crystals on a map, would your tribe take issue with that? Do they not want this information preserved or shared with
It does not
others?"
matter to us.
I think Coin will think for a moment and he'll say, "I do you is there anyone else generally of charge here that you think it would be valuable for me to ask that of?"
He thinks, and you could ask Yigu, but he will say the same. The spirits do not mind if you try to chart their will. They don't care.
Okay. I think what Coin's gonna do, he won't start yet, but he's gonna take out a blank piece of paper. He's
Sure.
going to trace roughly the land masses,
Sure.
essentially making a duplicate map. He's making a separate one,
Sure.
and he's going to make a single point of where the crystal in front of him is.
Sure. That's fine.
He'll put it to the side. Internally, it's not shown externally. Coin's thinking he doesn't want to commercialize these people's information, but he
Sure.
does find value in as a party having reference.
I understand.
So he's going to say, where would I find Yigu?
Yigu, he is probably over with the lizard traps.
Right. I'm gonna try this again in like 5 minutes. So
Be
I'll be back.
careful. Would you like some water for someone to splash upon your face again?
Yeah, I could go for one. Hit me.
She goes and gets her water skin ready to splash you again.
All right. I think Coin Cup probably has like a walk and talk vibe where he's like,
Okay.
All right, we're gonna get
Yeah.
moving now.
Yep. She's got her water skin ready to squirt you in the face.
all right, he'll just like give her a thumbs up afterwards,
She's not
and
sure if you're going to fall unconscious at any moment.
I don't know either, but we'll find out.
It's like being escorted by a kid with a water gun.
Uh,
Oh, she's
yeah,
pointing it at your face.
he's gonna tell her.
If I fall, I don't think I will, but if I fall down again, in my bag I got these potions, right? These red vials. Just throw that down my gullet. I'll be right back up. Probably.
Those are for healing, though. We're not injured.
Oh, I I wasn't even injured, and I got knocked out.
He sort of like snaps his fingers, like
Yeah, you took no damage.
I think Coin's realizing that now. He's like,
Can't believe it. Okay, well, well then, dealer's choice. Just find a way to wake me up.
and he'll flag down Yigu.
Okay. Yigu stands up from where he's currently been done gutting a lizard. Walks over to you. Yes.
Hey, Yigu, I got a question. Already asked them about it.
He'll hold out a map. He'll say,
For our group, it would be valuable to chart where the crystal locations are to help keep a reference point of where we're going. Do you as a tribe have any objections to that?
Shrugs. No. I will find it difficult, but we do not mind.
okay. Coin will shrug.
Say, appreciate it.
He'll walk back to the crystal.
Okay.
And he'll I think he'll keep the the duplicate on him, maybe on his strap or something, on his bag.
Sure.
And he'll attempt again, this time specifically trying to find other crystals.
Okay.
Maybe even
You
if he can do anything to try and just focus on one, like whatever closest. I'm sure he won't
sure.
have that power, but that's what he's thinking.
Yeah. I understand I understand the attempt, and the character's doing this even though Justin says, "Don't do this, you're being stupid." I understand. The
Yeah.
character would absolutely do this.
Right.
He's going to put his head down and kind of squint his eyes, so that he kind of gets that focus. But the number of lights is just overwhelming. It's like going and visiting any of the Santa's villages, the
Oof.
drive-through light shows, just
Yeah.
compressed into an instant. It's just thousands of colors all at the same time, just blasting
Unintelligible.
into your face. Yeah. So go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw. Got to be 20. Yeah, thank you.
Oh,
Oh, there we go.
I think I'm gonna take the lucky, although it
You're
would
gonna
be
take that
funny.
one? Okay. Cool.
But yeah.
You're going to realize that as you look at those lights and you're looking in the general direction that you would know of as being south, there is a black spot where one of the lights is not on.
He's gonna focus on that for a brief moment.
Sure.
So it almost seems like there should be a crystal there, but it's not. Is that the vibe?
Right. It you've seen these LED, like, let's go with a gaming analogy. You've got your big monitor here, the one pixel that burns out.
See. And can Coin make any heads or tails of a cardinal direction? Any basic
it's towards this way.
You can draw a line in the sand towards that black dot. Yeah. It's like taking a post-it note and pointing it at your monitor. It's right here.
Okay, Coin uh I'm assuming he's sort of in a state where he doesn't feel he has to pull his head over water, right? He's not running out of air,
Right.
so to speak. So he's going to make sure really clearly he knows the direction that is.
Mhm.
Does he get the impression, I don't know if he can tell, every time he sort of puts his head down, he's gonna get sort of flashbanged? Or is it now that he knows it, he can safely
Every single time until there's a trigger that will prevent you having to make the save.
I see.
But this one time it works, and you're able to see this one spot that's just it's like a single pixels out of the entire light show.
Okay.
And
But
then as you're sitting there, you keep looking. How long do you want to look at this?
it's up to you based on sort of the I don't know, constitution of how long he can hold it.
Sure.
He's
Well,
going to
you're good to hold it for as long as you want now. How long are you going to study the directions and lights here?
I
Because
think
they're constantly changing. It's real hard to nail one down,
yeah,
except for
yeah.
that one.
I think based on what he's thinking, I can sort of like reverse engineer it. So first he's figuring out the direction of it. He gets that down. Then he's
Sure.
going to try and deduce if he can get a distance on it. If it's just like, oh, it's at the far end. Oh, it's sort of like just randomly in this direction. Any information on distance, close, far.
Unfortunately, distance is not something that you're going to be able to get.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right.
You've got direction, that's it. And as you sit there and concentrate on it, 10, 15 minutes pass, 20 minutes pass. Still
When
watching?
he deduces I can't get a concept of distance, he's going
Uh-huh.
to maybe momentarily, maybe like a minute or 2. He's like,
Sure.
"Is there anything else like the nearest one?" I'm assuming
It
again because there's no distance. He's
it's
gonna
noticed two-dimensional.
but he'll waste a minute or 2 thinking like,
Sure.
Is there another?" Okay. He'll pull
Mhm.
his head back up, probably take a moment just looking in the direction, like, sort of,
Sure.
Alright, which way was I looking? This way.
he's looking in the
Okay.
direction of this missing one.
Sure.
Is she still
Cool.
here 20 minutes
She's right
later?
there next to you, and she looks at you. "Oh, you did not fall unconscious."
I
Oh,
didn't.
she's a little dejected that she didn't get to splash you.
Uh, so did you notice
He's pointing in the direction of it.
it almost seemed like a gap? Almost seemed like I almost expected a
You
crystal
saw it
there.
as well, and she will put her head down and look in that direction. "I do not see any lights out.
You
Are
didn't
you gonna
see
look again?" And
Uh,
she's got her head down
uh,
on the ground, and
hold on.
Yigu comes over. "What are we doing?"
Taking reference of something.
he's pulling out the map he made that was just on his
Mhm.
belt. He's doing
Sure,
sort of a quick scribble of this direction, sort of an arrow from where we are to where he thinks this is.
sure.
Real quick little scribble, then he'll put his head down.
It's your estimate of where you are because it's difficult to
Yeah,
do,
yeah, yeah.
but so go ahead and make another wisdom saving throw.
And another
Awesome.
um
You wake up
Okay.
to water in your face.
yeah, I don't you saw it though, right?
I did not. There are no lights out.
What?
And Yigu and 3 of the other shamans are now looking in the direction that you pointed. They believe you saw something, but they're not seeing what you saw.
So I've only really looked at this one time, so forgive me for the lack of communication skills. I swear there's it's like someone I don't know, was like something was there. I don't know if it was being hidden, if it was just a malfunction or what it
You have
was,
no
but
reason to lie. We believe that you saw something. We simply do not see it.
has this direction at any point been somewhere you might have traveled? Do you have any memory of anything of interest that way?
There are many lights that way.
I guess there would be ones in between. Um, okay. You don't happen to know
Between and
where maybe
beyond.
do you maybe remember where the closest crystal in that direction is?
No. We go towards a light until we find it.
Do you? Okay, where did you come from last?
And they will confer with each other, and they will point off towards the east.
How many days were you traveling, or how many moons?
3 days.
3 days.
Yes,
And
we passed
was
3 crystals on the way.
did you ever confirm where this sort of spot that coin is focused on? What direction it was?
It's south of you. So if
Okay.
we go to the map, okay, and this is going to be the fun part here.
Yeah.
So you guys asked to go along this river here, right? So you guys are somewhere on the north side of this river. You guys are about 8 hours from the port here. So you're somewhere in this general vicinity here. The question is somewhere south, and I'm going to be very
Are you
generous here.
clicking on the map right now? Because I don't
No,
see
I'm
anything.
sorry.
I just
I
saw
had the
one.
wrong market thing.
Yeah,
So
Oh, I clicked it.
here.
But yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
here.
yeah, I hadn't seen.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is
Gotcha.
the river that you guys decided to follow. You are on the north side of this river somewhere, about 8 hours from Fort Folly, which is right here. I need to add Fort Folly to the map for you guys.
So Folly was
But
roughly sort of more west of us.
yeah, Fort Folly is somewhere west of you, at the mouth of this river. Now,
Okay.
based off of your information, this missing light, let's ballpark where your guys are at right now, could be anywhere in here.
That's a very large
Hmm.
radius.
Weren't we told that their operations were suspected to be one of the? Was it any river or one of the 3 western side rivers?
It was suspected to be a river.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So
So
that light could be the light that you saw that was missing. That
yeah.
point of light could be anywhere south of you. And
Okay.
I'm going to be very generous, and I'm going to say it did not go this far over.
Yeah, that's pretty valid. I think there's at least a pull of direction southward. It's
Yeah.
not just
I'm giving you
anywhere
about,
south.
what's that, 10 degrees?
Yeah, Jet's generous as it is. So
Yeah.
Coin, looking at his map, will be making some of these deductions in real time
Yeah.
to Eric saying it.
hmm
Have we seen any crystals up close?
Just the one in the center of the tents that you were at. You
Okay.
guys can all see the crystal. It's open for everyone to see. No one's hiding it.
Does
It's visible from the outside.
Coin will look at everyone that's near him, say, "This is actually, I think, helped us a lot." These crystals are a lot of them just sort of out in the open? Do they seem to be
Always.
surrounded by structures?
Never.
Hmm.
To do so would be a crime punishable by death. You cannot obstruct the crystals. Every tribe in Australia would hunt you down.
Good to know. He's still looking at his map, maybe even sort of double checking on his old map. He's like, all right, now I really got to make sure this thing, like, because he was sort of scribbling it at first. He's like, I'm making sure I didn't get any details wrong, like river locations or anything.
Okay.
I don't. He probably has the energy. It doesn't seem like he has too much more to say right now. He's sort of in his own little head doing math. So I
Yigu
would,
looks at you as you're doing your cartography here.
yeah.
Perhaps there is a way for you to gain the ability to become a wayfinder without becoming a shaman.
He'll look up. Through, you got a system in mind?
The
Through what
spirits have a
way?
test that you can undergo. None that I know of have ever taken it, but it is talked about. It is the test of the fruit of the mountain.
I haven't. I don't know of this.
Well, of course you wouldn't. You are new to Australia. But we have a test that you can undergo if you wish to become a wayfinder for the strong. In case there are no shamans, the strong can undergo the test.
And this interests me. Where exactly would this occur?
We would have to go to the nearest mountains, not far, a day's travel in the distance
Um,
there. And he points out, you guys can see the mountains away there. It's just an open plain, and it looks like these are really close, the mountains over here. But he's telling you that those mountains are a day away.
those mountains?
Yes.
This is something I'm gonna need to fill in my tribe with.
Very well. It is the test of the fruit of the mountain. If you wish to undergo it, we can have the procedure readied.
Oh yeah, I want all the details.
Of course. So, he will go and head over to a corner and bring you back a small tablet. And he's going to hand that to you.
What's this?
And he goes, "This is the test of the fruit of the mountain."
Okay. Is this sort of like a loose ball in the middle?
Nope, it's a golden ball, just one little bead of gold, and it is actually inset in the stone tablet.
What? How? To what degree can I interact with everything on here? Can I? He's sort of
Feel
gesturing as
free to
if he's going to
touch.
try and pick it up. Like
He hands you the tablet. You have it in your hand.
he's looking at him though. Like, am I? I'm. What are the rules?
I do not know. The spirits will speak to you once you have the fruit of the mountain.
I'm assuming if I try to mess with this here, nothing's gonna happen, right?
Likely. And you can
Okay.
finger all the little holes and everything. The little gold ball is super smooth and polished. The entire thing is made of stone, weighs a good pound and a half.
Yeah, he's
It's in your
probably
hands just fine. Yeah.
he's sort of looking at the bottom of it, flipping it over, sort
Back
of
of it's perfectly smooth.
running a finger across the indents on it, see if there's
Sure.
anything peculiar about the surface. I'm assuming it's just like stone.
It's rough, like stone, like a sandstone type. Yeah, just it's a stone little square. Are
All right.
I assume that the other player characters are here as well.
Yeah, I think Coin's making his way back to everyone. I think he's the
Okay.
type. He definitely is going to sort of fiddle with it. He's gonna he's gonna pick up the ball, look under it, maybe drop it in a
The
slot
ball
here
does
or
not
there.
come out of the ball
Okay.
does not come out of its spot. It
He
is
will
part
attempt
of the
to,
tablet.
but
Yeah.
stop it when it seems like it's not
Yeah.
moving. Okay. Yeah, Coin's walking up to the group, staring at this tablet. If someone's with him, if the person who gave it, he's probably talking out loud. Like,
Yeah. Yigu is with you guys. Yeah.
it's pretty cryptic.
What's this kind?
Oh, there. It's a long story. So the crystals, they showed me one. I looked at the crystal. It showed me some stuff. It showed me stars for a little bit, but eventually it started showing me the other crystals. He's looking at you, like assuming that makes sense to you. Okay.
Okay.
So they don't get around with maps. they just sort of look at these crystals, and the crystals sort of point them in a direction, right? And
Aye.
it's kind of incoherent, but I saw something on it that I think might be a lead for us. But I can't I can't really I can't keep trying this crystal until I solve this. And then he's holding out the tablet. Also, we got to go to a mountain, like a day away. He's pointing to it.
Wait. So you're saying you have to do some sort of trial to be able to use the crystals, but then you already used the crystals, so then
Well,
you don't.
I sort of passed out a few times.
Okay, so you want to
Almost a
use the
few times.
crystals without passing out?
It would help, especially if we're going to be running into more of these.
I guess if we can navigate the way that they do, then it'll probably benefit us. I can see why we'd go out there.
More
But you're saying that
specific,
we need to solve whatever this tablet is in order to do the trial?
I guess there's a way to be a wayfinder without being a shaman, which apparently I'm not. And it would help if I was a wayfinder.
Oh, so you won't have to injure yourself to become to do what we need to do? You don't become a shaman, but you can like use the crystals.
Yeah, unless you feel like picking me up every time I fall over, while we walk to the next crystal, this might save time.
I mean, wasn't Toddy thinking about injuring themselves maybe? Is that right?
It wouldn't be the
Ah,
first
whatever.
time. I didn't hear that, but
What? Who said that?
Is Tati like nearby?
I'm sure she's nearby somewhere.
I mean, I thought we were like, I feel like that's something they would do. If
With your
injuring
groups,
yourself
like
makes you a
Tati is
shaman.
literally right behind you. Walking up to
Anyways.
4 lizard hearts.
I wouldn't do that.
There's fewer now.
Oh, there's fewer now. Okay. What happened to him?
Okay. Well, so
Well, I was
what
gonna
does this
say-
tablet got to do with anything? How are we gonna solve this thing? What do you think the deal is with it?
Apparently, I gotta like pass a test, right? I gotta.
What was it called, Eric?
The
Character.
test of the fruit of the mountain. And I will go ahead and type that out for you guys.
I guess this is the test of the fruit of the mountain.
Wait, so is the puzzle the test or?
I think I gotta take this to the mountain and solve it in a certain area. Is my guess because I can't find heads or tails of this thing here, and they tell me it's probably not going to do anything.
Okay,
Everything
so
right.
and we know where the mountain is. They don't name their mountains, so like, what mountain are they even talking about?
I
The
know,
mountain,
right?
Is it the mountain like there, the mountain there, and Riz just starts pointing?
I'm kind of just naming them as we go by them, so I'll come up with one.
Or is
But-
every mountain the mountain that you can do the test at? It just has to be a mountain.
He turns to I guess Yegu or whoever is sort of.
Yeah.
Does it have to be that mountain? Could it be any mountain?
It can be any of the mountains. We simply know that the mountains over there are close and able to bear the fruit of the mountain.
Yeah, I was right. It's just any mountain. They don't give a damn about a specific mountain.
Okay, I agree, Roosid, but also that's the closest one. Why would we go to any other one?
Well, yeah, that's why. I thought it was like a specific mountain. Like you think, oh, it's a test. That means like you have to do the test in a certain place. But
Yeah,
I
I
guess
guess
with
we-
these people, they don't
That
name anything.
sounds
So,
extraneous.
We won't be giving that one a special name, apparently.
well, you think names are extraneous, so you kind of think everything's extraneous. You're very bare bones people.
Indeed.
Simple.
I mean, I
Rather
respect it,
simple.
but it's just not
This-
really something I'm familiar with.
The easiest way I can explain it to
Understood.
everyone is that crystal shows me sort of vaguely every other crystal, sort of incoherently, just directions, maybe not distance. And I swear there's one, I don't know if someone's covering it or shut it off, broke it. It seemed like one of them was supposed to be there. And he's even going to point in the direction. Like, it seems like southward, almost maybe towards one of those southern rivers. Something fishy's going on. But I
They
can't.
were talking about that. They were talking about the one that had gone out yesterday or earlier in the tavern.
Did they? What did they say?
That they just said that it was odd, not some. something about false guides being the only thing that's warranted the death penalty.
Well, this might turn into a two birds with one stone job then. But I think that's the direction we should be checking on based off an intuition, and I think I'm gonna need to finish this test to help us get there.
Did they give you any instructions for how to actually do the test, or are you just gonna walk to the mountain and see whatever happens?
I'm trying to get a cheat sheet out of them, but it seems like it's sort of an honor thing.
I mean, it's not a cheat sheet. It's just like, what the fuck are you supposed to even do? Like, you got a spot where that you have to do the test. It's just like, where do you even get started?
He's looking at this tablet. I get the feeling this is what they
You
consider
looks at
studying.
you guys. When you have the fruit of the mountain, the spirits will speak to you.
Oh, okay, so the spirits will give us some support.
If
It's
you
the
can
fruit of the mountain
collect
that
all
drugs.
the fruit of the mountain. The
Is-
fruit of the mountain is not drugs. No.
Is it
I
actual
gotta-
fruit? Is this a
It's
metaphor?
definitely babies.
He looks at you like you're confused.
Toddy?
this-
The fuck?
Is this something I need to Lone Ranger? Is this a solo thing, or is it
No.
fair game for?
Take
Okay.
all of your people with you. Any of you can complete this, as you are all strong.
Wait, so if we all complete it, are we all able to see through the crystals?
Yes.
I kind of
Okay,
want
this
to
is a
see.
team effort coin. We got this.
I kind of want to see you guys try it before we do the test. But I mean, hey, I welcome it.
Oh wait, you want
Bloody
me to
Mary.
try?
If you
I
want.
bet I can handle it. I'm tough.
Okay. You might get some water splashed in your face.
Well, where's the crystal? Hey! And Maruz is like looking over at the at one of the some random one of the tribespeople's like, where's the crystal? I want to look through the crystal.
Oh,
He
and don't
points down
worry.
the alleyway towards the center.
Don't worry, you won't die. They assured me.
I won't dodge you, stupid crystal. I got this. Ruzid walks up to the crystal and like lies down and tries to look through the crystal.
All right. Roll
I
wisdom
think-
saving throw. Got to be a 20.
I think Bryn will try to stop him and be like, "Oh, Ruzid,
Oh, yeah.
I don't think that's a great idea." Oh, he's
Oh,
gone.
Brent. And you're
So
unconscious.
close!
Woohoo!
I almost
Points-
rolled a nat 20.
Coin's definitely following the watch.
Almost only counts in horseshoes, hand grenades, and thermonuclear warfare.
Is it a danger to fall unconscious anytime your head is close to the ground?
Katoda, the little girl, goes, only when the lizards are close.
Are they falling unconscious because their head is near the ground near the crystal?
I don't know. Most people don't try this if they're not shamans.
Okay. this is kind of important to me though.
It's like asking why the bodybuilder keeps running into the water picks at Walmart. Because he does not used to backing up in the little go-kart.
Yeah, but that's an answer. Like that's that question has an answer.
Is
I'd
Ruzid
like to
lights
know the
out
answer
right
to this
now?
one.
Yeah. Katoda takes your water skin and dunks you in water. You wake
What?
up.
Right. Wait,
Almost,
what?
buddy. Almost. Seemed like you were getting into it, and then you kind of just fell, sort of crumbled, went limp.
I'm just gonna like
Maybe I am vulnerable. Maybe the tribespeople were right. I gotta do the trial.
help Ruzid away from the crystal.
I think he's done.
Over it.
I'd like to
Yigu does
escort
warn you.
Ruzid.
You should go to sleep, rest. Tomorrow we will take you to the mountain, and do not worry about it, for fear is in the mountain, not here.
Fear's in the mountain. What? Are we gonna get jumped in the mountain by a bunch of baddies?
The mountains are dangerous.
Yes.
I bet I can handle it.
Coin will
You are
retroact.
strong. You should. You are not alone. You carry your group with you. Be cautious in the mountains, for fear is in the mountain. Do
I bet I
not
can
fall
carry the whole
unconscious
group.
in the mountain.
You're right.
Do not fall unconscious in the mountain, for fear is in the mountain.
Oh, okay. So no
Does that
sleeping in
mean
the mountain.
sleeping?
Do not fall unconscious in the mountain, for fear is in the mountain.
Who told you that?
Everybody knows.
They know just those 2 sentences with no more context?
We do not go there. That's not safe. This is why it is a trial.
Wait, but here's a question. So if you go to the mountain and you do the trial, then you can look through the crystal even if you're not a shaman, right?
Yes, because you are strong and have proven yourselves to the spirits.
But what if you are a shaman and you also do the trial? Then does that make you like a super shaman?
No one has ever tried.
Is there a story of someone who succeeded in this trial? Or is this trial no one has succeeded?
There is a story of people who have tried and tribes that have formed because of it. Those of the Rolling Boulder supposedly have few shamans and are led by one who finished the trial.
And perhaps he was super distracted by the fact that they're mountains. But his story, he said, "Don't fall asleep because there's fear in the
Yes.
mountain."
Do not fall asleep. Do not fall unconscious, for fear is in the mountain. I missed that. What was that?
There was a no. There was something playing in the background.
Oh, okay. I missed it completely, but okay.
For Coin's map, what was the name of where we are now? The slashing.
Austria?
No.
Oh, the
like
slashing winds. Yes.
slashing. Okay, gotcha.
This is where the tents are right now. This is the tribe of the slashing winds. Yep.
Okay, just writing it down for my notes.
Are we close to going to bed now?
It is encouraged. Yes.
I just want to follow Bruce.
Wait. Why you want to follow me? Wait. What?
Well, I just for science, could you lie down on the ground away from the crystal and see if you still fall unconscious?
What? I mean, do you just want me to go to sleep? Like, what is this, Toddy?
No, I want to know if you're affected the same way as you were next to the crystal as when you were over here.
Ruzid lies on the ground.
Okay. You lay down on the ground. You should make a wisdom saving throw. Gotta be a 20. You're
Oh my God.
unconscious.
This whole continent is like the floor is lava for Tati.
All right.
Wait, if I knock people prone, do they have to make the save? I'm so confused now.
There's very specific things that are going on. Eventually, you guys will figure it out.
I will.
But
Be aware
you
that
have to do it. The question is, I guess, do you have to do it willingly?
You have to do it willingly. There's a
Okay.
couple other things.
No
We're about
shoving
to find
people.
out when Tati wakes you up and then pushes you back down.
Ah.
Just for science.
Okay, here we
I was
go.
like, we're gonna start pushing each other.
It's just.
Okay,
I'm gonna
let's
wake
science.
up.
Let's
let's
push
see
each
that
other, see who
happen.
falls.
Okay, Ray. Start it. Wake Ruse it up. Let's see.
I'm gonna wake him up. Hey, come on. You're all right. Are you okay?
It happened
How do you
again?
feel?
I thought it had to do with the crystal. I just kind of
Does it
like,
hurt?
it didn't hurt. I just kind of felt like, well, it felt like I went to sleep.
I want to like heave him up pull him into a standing position.
Okay. Cool.
Hey, I gotta know something. So
What?
I'll apologize in a second. I'm gonna try to push Ruzid down.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
a surprise attack. I have advantage.
All
Dunk his
right.
head in.
Is it an attack?
I'm just
maybe,
Roll an
trying,
athletics
maybe you have
check,
advantage
please,
on the
with
athletics
advantage.
check, I would assume,
I'm
or
trying to
whatever.
dump you
Or
so
acrobatics.
that you're not doing this on purpose.
Hold your breath, Ruzid.
Well, I'll see the acrobatics or athletics or whatever.
Okay.
Will resist.
Yeah.
Ruzid resists.
Close.
I'm just
Step up!
shoving a
And then
rock.
Ruzid shoves Toddy.
Oh no. I'm gonna just cling to him so I don't fall down.
Goes
Okay.
around, comes around.
Yeah, except Toddy will lose a level. So here's in Discord. There's a image of what's going on when you guys are trying this.
Shit.
Why are you shoving me around, huh?
Did you just shove me to the ground?
Yeah. Ruzid shoves him to the ground.
Super.
All right, Tati,
Oh, it was unwilling.
make a reflex dexterity saving throw.
All
Reflex
right.
save. Yeah. To keep your eyes closed as you go to the ground.
Oh. So I gotta peel my enemy's eyes open and shove them to the ground.
Yeah.
Then we'll be
And
good.
Tati, you keep your eyes closed. You are not looking for the crystals.
It's not like Ruzid knows about
I'm
like,
just gonna
the point of it.
Yeah, but Zach
gonna-
does.
True.
freeze on the ground with my eyes squeezed shut, just waiting to see if anything happens.
So
Okay.
wait, why didn't you go?
You can see flashing lights on the outside of your eyelids, but you are not directly affected.
Hey, why didn't you go to sleep when you hit the ground?
I'm gonna scramble up with my eyes still shut. Am I still awake?
Okay. Yep, you're still awake.
Am I still level 6?
Yep.
Woo.
Ruzid!
What?
I've told you before. I can't. It's really dangerous for my people to go unconscious.
I mean, didn't you like do a blood sacrifice all that time ago and you just kind of went unconscious on your own volition? You didn't seem to be that worried about it.
Sorry,
Well,
there was
that-
a what now?
You were there. Well, maybe not there, but you were around. Okay, well,
No.
whatever. It happened. They
I'm
like
saying if it's
decided- they were doing their
familiar.
sacrifice to their god, and they went
Ruzid,
unconscious.
I'm saying
Yeah.
if it's important, it's fine, and I will take the risk.
Well, it was important. You tried to shove me, I shove you.
I just wanted to know if you could resist against the going unconscious.
Okay,
Well,
let's go back
you
to
clearly
that blood
did, so-
sacrifice thing. When was that exactly?
When we were on the Green Hut Islands.
Yeah, they were doing some sacrifice.
I mean, who among us hasn't given a little blood sacrifice to a god anyway?
What exactly were you
Wait,
sacrificing?
who? Sorry, who was there?
Wait.
You were
I don't
there?
think they were sacrificing any. They were sacrificing their own blood. That's what the whole
It
point.
was-
They
I was-
sacrificed
I
their
s-
own blood, and then they went unconscious. And I was like, okay, I guess it's not a big deal for them to go unconscious. And now they're coming up to me, and they're like,
I'm
well, if I go
speci-
unconscious, all these bad things are gonna happen to me. Blah blah
No,
blah.
I'm pretty sure we had this conversation already. that if I go unconscious, I get sucked a little bit closer to Imkale's realm. Do you
Isn't that
remember
what
that
you want?
conversation? Not at the moment.
Okay, fine. You're not ready yet.
Okay, can we make a deal to not do any blood sacrifices behind anyone else's back in the party and make sure that it is a well-known thing?
What do you mean behind?
I wasn't behind anyone's back. I saw it.
Wait, I did it in front of 2 people.
Yeah, I did in front of 2 people.
And so
Really
How
Farah
many
starts
did it
people
in
are in
front
your
of me once.
party? All right.
So,
No deal.
Crystal's miffed.
Okay, well, look. So if you're unwilling to do it, then you don't go on. Like, what changed when I shoved you and you went on the ground? What's different from when I went on the ground?
I had my eyes shut really tight,
Oh,
and I didn't want to go unconscious. But maybe it's
get your
just because
eyes
I'm
shut.
an elf. Maybe it doesn't work on elves.
I mean, when I had my eyes open, well, let's try it. We're just gonna like close their eyes shut and lie on the ground.
Okay. You see lights dancing on the outside of your eyelids as if there's a computer monitor right in your face.
I'm familiar with this feeling.
Like
I
you're
have
doing
no
it
idea what
right
that's
now.
Yeah.
On the webcam, he's got his eyes closed. What the hell's going
And Ruzi gets up and I'm like, well, I guess you're right. I mean, if I close my eyes, I'm okay.
Bryn's going to walk up alongside Coin from the direction of the crystal. And Bryn's going to say, so I have news, guys. Whatever that crystal is, it's not magical. I tried looking at it.
Walker impression?
Thinking about
And-
looking at the magic of it, but I guess you beat me to it.
Whatever we're working with, it's something else. And Coin will say, yeah, I still can't figure out this thing. Gesturing to the tablet. And I don't think this is magical either. It's not. Bryn
Is it
says.
like divine in nature? Maybe it is those spirits, right?
I just want Coin and Bryn to sit at a table together.
I was gonna say, can Coin and Bryn finish that conversation, please?
Oh, there's something over there. I gotta go.
No, he's still here.
Okay. So now that we got this all figured out, we can sleep easy tonight and get ready for the trial tomorrow, right?
Indeed. Sleep well. And you go heads off to
Yeah.
go to sleep. You guys are weird.
Oh! I have a question. Wait, not for you, Isaac. You around, right? I was looking around. Wait, where is Isaac
he's
in
right
all
here.
this? Okay.
Yeah, he's right here.
You know, Isaac, do you like sleep on the wind? I've thought about that because like you control the wind, right? Wouldn't it be so nice to just kind of like sleep on the wind?
As of right
Without
now, it takes
thinking on that
conscious
cloud.
effort, but I would love that. And I was gonna ask Eric earlier, but when it occurred to me, I wasn't gonna interrupt people. But I was gonna say, Eric, when I'm at level 20, can I sleep on a cloud? Like that seems so
You know
reasonable,
what? I'm not opposed to you having an air mattress at level 20.
right?
Oh
Like,
my
come
God.
on. Gotta. But right now, I have to like pretty actively make that happen. Unfortunately.
I'm not opposed
He's
to
like,
that.
I'm picturing like a literal, like the angel in the cloud, like with.
Wait.
the
So what
heart.
did Isaac say to Ruzid here?
That last bit that like it takes active effort right now, so I can't I couldn't do anything like that right now, but
that sucks.
I hope to one day.
That would be nice. I guess not.
I think it would be lovely, but yeah, right now it takes way too much effort, like or concentration at least, like active awareness. But yeah, it would
You should
be
learn how
very
to concentrate in your sleep.
Yes. If I could figure that if we could figure that out, we'd solve a lot.
As you guys are having this conversation, most of the people here in the tent are climbing aboard the different birds or getting in hammocks and getting ready to go to sleep.
So, are the birds shamans? Because the birds still got to be like they sleep on the ground, right? How does that work?
Their eyes close with double lids, one from the back and then two from above.
Okay, Quinn's looking around. So we gotta go find our beds, I guess. Just find some birds, everybody. Just sleep on
We're
them.
just gonna sleep on birds tonight, I guess.
Crystal, the same Bofu Mall is laying down, available as a big bed if you want to go and sleep on that big bird.
Yep. Yeah. Crystal definitely makes a beeline for that.
Okay. It is like a double California king bed of feathers. It doesn't
Crystal's
even
like
recognize that you're on it.
it's like she's like very much sprawled across it, like taking up like so much room of this
Yeah.
mall. So if anyone else
Full
had ideas about
starfish.
sleeping on it, yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
and she has 6 limbs, so like
It's 6-limbed. Yep. It's starfish centaur. Go.
Mhm.
All right. Anyone else want to do any other weird or different sleeping arrangements? Where are you guys sleeping tonight? Saphira?
You know, I think I'll try that out, and I will approach one of the mall and climb on it.
Okay. It's like sleeping in the driver's seat of a car. You know, it's not the best, but if you turn around and you lean back far enough, you're able to use its head as a pillow.
Should have brought my hammock from the ship, but oh well.
I
All
think
right.
Coin's just gonna
Yeah.
pull the bucket out,
Okay.
get it filled with water in some way, and he'll probably just put it on the ground, honestly, around wherever we are.
Sure.
Like, this thing's gonna fall over on a bird. I'm just plop.
You
All right. Go in a
falls on the
bucket.
bird just
Yeah.
Cool.
I think before he actually like retires for the night, he'll probably go up to Tati at some point and say like, "Bryn told me about we need to get these potions filled up, but I haven't gotten heads or tails about finding these ingredients still."
I have some time tonight. I'll look at it.
Maybe good. I don't know what that test is gonna throw at us, but
We have
Uh,
a bunch of different recipes. Is there one you're most interested in having first?
yeah, I'm really worried about that mummy rat, but I think we can wait on that.
I am also worried about that mummy rot.
I'm getting kind of sick of chugging these tiny little potions of healing. We need to get something bigger set up.
I have the ingredients for 20 healing potions, but I think they were just the regular kind. I don't know if
I got
I could take a look and see if the ingredients, if I could just use more ingredients to get a
I,
a higher level healing.
great
What's that?
initiative. I'm already carrying around 40 of these in the bag of holding, and I'm already starting to feel their weight, which is weird because it's a bag of holding. So maybe we got to figure out these greater ones at least.
Mhm.
If we're talking
Fair
That's
enough.
a
about
good reminder for you all. Check your 3-slot potion belt. If it's not on there, it doesn't count for bonus actions.
if we're talking about preparing with like potions and whatnot, well, I'll need to make sure to give people some tattoos ahead of time as well.
True.
I'd like to get the potion of advantage done, but I suspect the ingredients for that might be more difficult than what I have.
Those are going to be sparse around here.
Well, we did it. Well, not the potion advantage, but the healing potions and what was it? Maybe the greater mana potion. Uh, we got some alternative ingredients listed, so hopefully there's
Right.
something that's local.
Coin will
I'll
think
take a
about
look
that.
tonight, Coin.
Perfect. I'm gonna go. I'll be in my office. He starts walking to his bucket.
Sure. All right. Ruzen, where are you sleeping tonight?
We'll sleep on the bird. The bird
Okay.
is soft.
Gotcha. Tati?
I am. I'm not going to start my trance until 4 hours before dawn.
Okay.
But I am going to snuggle up to this bird that I'm trying to be friends with and
Sure.
do some homework with these potions. Did you
Okay.
did you say that I can use my potion ingredients and just use more to get a higher
Yes.
level healing? Okay.
Yes, you can.
Oh,
It's basically just concentrating the potion.
fantastic. I'm gonna start though with just trying to come up with a list of ingredients that I'm going to need to do any of these other potions.
Okay. Most of them are just going to be general herbs. There's a couple potions that require specific ingredients on, and that's going to be the unstable healing potion. It requires dragon's blood.
I don't have any of that, but we know
Okay.
where there's a dragon, so that's never going to happen. Mummy rot antidote. What is there anything weird there?
That one you're going to need some form of pure water.
Okay. Potion of advantage.
That one's just general stuff.
General stuff.
Yeah.
Is general stuff that we could, if some of us didn't have complete shit for survival, could find as we go
Theoretically,
about?
yeah.
Or okay. Fantastic.
You'd have to forage for it, but yeah.
Somebody should definitely do that. Somebody
We'll
with
find
a
out.
better bonus than mine, maybe. Is it are general ingredients something that would presumably be at any kind of market also?
Yes. You're gonna
Okay.
most markets are gonna have a herbalist who's selling stuff because you're gonna be selling spices and a variety of things like that. Yeah.
Then since I'm working on this just as people are going to bed, can I hail down I guess it's Yegu again, because we haven't bothered him enough, and
Okay.
just ask it. Does the tribe have ingredients for potions?
We have some, yes. We can trade.
Okay, thank you for the
I do not have
information.
any, but Kirtai would have some.
Awesome. I will let Coin know in the morning. He might be
Okay.
interested in some trade.
Remember, Elbic is the easier one to get stuff out of. Kirtai tends to be stern with trade.
I think Coin knows that, but I'll remind him.
If you can talk to Jung Choi, he loves trade. If you have anything exotic, he will gladly part with herbs.
Oh, exotic. We have been all over the place and picked up some weird things.
The
Thank you.
stranger it is to our land, the better.
Sometimes it seems like everything we've brought is strange to this land.
Indeed.
And then I guess
Including the
I just
people.
want to, yeah, for sure. I just want to attempt, I guess, to make a healing potion.
Okay.
How many
Cool.
ingredients would I need to use up to do a superior healing potion?
Going for a superior potion of healing. Pulling it up here because I wasn't ready for that question. Superior potion of healing would be 225 gold worth of materials.
Okay.
And
I
it
have
is a
it listed
DC.
as
Mhm.
no, in my notes it's listed as I have 20 potions worth of materials.
Okay. Potion of healing is 50 gold normally, so you have 500 gold worth of materials. Oh, sorry. You have 50 potions worth of materials, you said, right?
No, I have 20.
20. So 50 times 20 would be 1,000. You have 1,000 gold worth of materials.
Okay. And sorry, what did you just say I needed for a superior?
225.
Right.
And it's a medicine check, and the superior would be the DC 16 medicine check.
I am neck deep in feathers right now and just kind of cussing Crystal out.
Are these potions being brewed before they're going to bed?
To be here. These
She's
are being
doing the
brewed
research
while you're going to bed.
Ah.
Yep.
Because I don't need a full 8 hours, I'm using my extra hours to craft.
Just before you get a little too warm, the bird shifts around and growls at you meanly.
I will like lean away from the bird a little bit and give him another raised eyebrow.
Both of
produce-
his eyebrows have gone straight down into almost this distasteful look.
I will produce a lizard heart.
It eats it and just
No. Just
hunkers.
hey.
It reaches
gonna
out
be
to
cool?
take it. It reaches out with his angry face to try to get it from you.
What is he angry about?
You have no idea.
I would like to like try to find out. Like what's he
Roll an
looking at?
animal
He's looking
handling
at me? Like what I do?
You have no idea.
I'm just, I shoo the bird away from all of the careful potions and things, and just toss the lizard heart further away.
It goes over, lays down next to the lizard heart, curls its legs around it, and then eats out of the center of its little donut it has formed.
All right. Listen, we're gonna be friends, right?
Its head disappears into the little donut of the center of itself.
Yeah, right. Well, you just think about that for another few hours, and then I will come lay on top of you, maybe.
Right. So let's get your medicine check, crafting a superior healing potion. Gonna be a 16.
Fucking
Medicine.
Crystal. This is why Crystal was supposed to be learning this crap and not me.
Oh my god!
Welcome to the train wreck. There go 225 gold worth of materials.
Oh no.
As you slip one of your lizard hearts into the bottle.
Ah,
Gotta break
that's
a
not where I
couple
wanted it.
legs.
You think the bird will still want to eat it? I mean, it's probably just healthier now, if anything.
Healthier.
Damn.
All right. So everybody else gets a nice long rest. I assume Isaac was sleeping in a hammock.
Oh, if that's available, that would be awesome.
Okay.
I was gonna, yeah, but if a hammock is available, that would be great.
All right. So as you've got bedroll in your character sheet though, right?
I do, yeah, I have one,
Yeah.
but I did.
And
I was
Isaac would have a hammock instead of a bedroll, just because
That
of who
works for
he
me.
is.
Yeah, that checks out.
Okay. So you guys get a long rest. Go ahead and hit the long rest button. Go ahead and confirm that. Make sure everyone gets all their stuff back and fully rested and no exhaustion, etc. The only person who's afflicted by anything is Ruzid, who still has fleas.
Wow.
He still continues to have fleas. You don't know how many he's got.
I think Coin might.
Coin's keeping track.
Coin,
what really
Coin doesn't
sucks-
want them to. The Coin doesn't want to cure it because then they won't have a food supply.
What really sucks is the
Well,
bird that you rode in on yesterday now has fleas.
Oh no.
Coin better get to work.
Yeah, where did he put this bucket?
Just grooming a bird when we wake up in the morning.
So you guys wake up in the morning. It's a nice day. There's some streaking clouds in the sky. The wind is blowing, but the people of the slashing winds wake up just before dawn and start getting ready for the day. You'll see the couple of hunters getting all their gear sharpened up and ready to go. They're strapping on their armor and equipping their birds with snacks and drinks and everything they're going to need to go out. Is there anything you guys want to do this morning?
Bruce is gonna go up to Coin and ask, "Hey, do you want a refresh on your magic tattoo?
Yeah, I could use one.
He says as he's putting the bucket, he's sort of emptying it, putting it back in the bag of holding.
Same spell or something else?"
You know, I kind of sort of a silver lining on these clouds would be pretty dope.
Okay.
Bruce is gonna give him a silvery barbs spell
All right.
with the
So that's a
magic
first level
tattoo.
spell, right?
Yep, 25 gold, I believe. So
All right.
taking down my supplies.
Which is going to take an hour to do.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, during this time, the rest of you guys, what are you guys doing? Getting breakfast, I assume?
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah, that's what
I think as
Yeah.
I get up, I'm kind of gonna pass by Rizard and Coin and just say to Rizard, I'm probably about due to get one myself.
Sure. I can do
maybe,
you after Coin.
Cue it up.
awesome.
Yurtai walks up to you guys as you're doing the tattoos. Interesting. We have done tattoos many years. Not with that method, though. Interesting. We will be leaving in 2 hours. Be ready.
Coin gives him a thumbs up.
Because Ruzid has 2 more tattoos to do. He's got Saphira's and then mine.
As you guys are getting the tattoos made, Yigu shows up and he's got scrambled eggs
Ooh.
for everybody.
Love it.
And it's got vegetables in it and some chopped meat. Looks like a great scramble.
Are these mall eggs?
They are. We decided to use 2 eggs today.
Bryn's gonna ask him while they're at dinner, how often does someone go up to do the fruits of the mountain test? Is that pretty
The
rare?
only one that we know who has tried was the one in charge of the rolling boulders.
Rolling
This
boulders?
is not a common thing.
Oh, the sport. That's interesting. And then elite eggs.
When you comment sport on the rolling boulders, they shake their heads no, almost in fear.
Oh, did I say?
The
What?
rolling boulders are a tribe of large people who roll boulders as their weapons.
Oh, that's different. Uh,
They're one of the few tribes that lives in a building.
I take it they don't exactly come by often then, sort of a separate tribe.
They do not travel often, no.
Yeah, I wouldn't if I was pushing boulders either.
The rolling boulders use their boulders as defenses of their tents. They roll them down the hills and down the mountains, down the canyons and gullies, and crush their enemies from afar.
I think Bryn would ask a few more questions about, like, are they close? Where is it something we might
They are far
run
to the
into?
north. No.
Okay.
Unless something disastrous happens, we will not see the rolling boulders for at least another 9 moons.
Good to know.
We have a desire to go there when the weather warms.
Any reason in particular?
We do not like going to visit the rolling boulders when there is snow.
Do they like become avalanches or something?
We do not like the snow.
That's a good
We
reason.
prefer to stay in the warmth of the steppes as opposed to traveling up into the mountains and hills where they are.
Yeah, I think
The
Bryn would
mountains are
say
dangerous, and fear is in the mountains.
I think Bryn would probably agree with them. I don't know whether or not Bryn would say like if he doesn't like snow either, but he'd probably sort of empathize with them.
Sure. So, any other preparations you guys want to make? I know that we're getting Coin's tattoo done. Saphira's getting a tattoo done of what?
Ruben, could you do like a silver arrow right here on my stomach?
All right. And Isaac's going to get a tattoo of something else, right?
I assume that you mean
Do-
silvery barbs, right? You want a silvery barbs tattoo?
I
Okay. Oh yeah, Rizzo's gonna give him a silvery barbs tattoo then.
All right.
That'll
So-
be another 25 gold off the supplies. And
All
then
right.
Isaac wanted one.
Yeah,
Yep.
same spell if you've got it. We can throw like
Alright.
a
So I need
lightning bolt.
Arcana checks, Ruzin.
I
Because
got
these
it,
are level 1 spells. They're just level 12s.
bruh.
Is
So,
that on coins?
Coins fails.
That's more gray than it is silver. Just saying.
So the tattoo does not work on Coin. Would you like to try on Saphira? Saphira's works. And on Isaac?
Bruh, what are
Isaac's
these
also
rolls?
Coins just watching.
Do you have
+6.
your inspiration you would like to use?
I don't
No?
have any inspiration
No?
unless
Okay.
people want to gift me some
Coin,
inspiration.
coin actually, he won't even do it on his. He'll do it for Isaac's. Give you
Yeah, okay.
inspiration.
All right. Using
Okay.
your GM inspiration on that one. Okay.
Yeah, well, yeah, we
There you
got
go.
it.
Very
Yep.
nice of you. Thank you.
All right. So, Isaac, you have a silvery barbs tattoo. So does Saphira. All right. However, regardless, you are out the materials for all 3 tattoos.
Yeah.
All right.
Can I
As
grab
you guys, go ahead.
Coin did his tattoo first, right?
Yeah, he's just been standing around
Yes, you
Ruzid
did.
watch.
Yeah. So
Oh, you did.
when he's
There's
done-
great. Oh, hey, Tati.
I was speaking to Diego last night, and he said that the tribe has some trade available if you want to
Ooh,
engage
say
in
no
that.
more. Actually, say what
Um,
you know. Info's good.
Well, he said that obviously one of the 2 that escorted us is easier to trade with.
Huh.
The other takes it very seriously, but apparently there is want to say his name is like Zhenmi from the tribe, and he
Okay.
loves to trade, especially for really exotic stuff.
How much
They
do you
have
think
some.
you'd pay for basilisk blood?
Oh, I've got another vial of that too, actually, if you want it.
I mean, I could see what price we got.
I think
Not like we're using these.
I looked at the potion ingredients last night, and we can probably do the healing potions and the superior. No, sorry, the mummy rot.
The antidote
Excuse
one?
me. That's the one. Excuse me while I go actually look at my inventory. And the potion of advantage, if we have enough ingredients, that
Oh,
probably they'll have the ingredients if we can purchase them.
that'd be pretty good. Did you try to make any last night?
Well, I did try to make some, but um,
Oh, nice. Where is it?
my bird, my mall that I'm being friends with, ate it.
Wow.
My dog ate my homework.
He's really, really hate you.
You know what, Tati? I was worried. I had this nightmare last night that they were gonna
Mm.
drink my bucket with me in it. So I totally,
Can't deny.
I,
New
They're
fear
kind
unlocked.
of greedy.
I'm surprised they didn't try earlier. Honestly.
Oh, and
God.
if you're gonna go trade with them, I just wanted to ask if you could pick up some of those bolas they were playing with. I mean, that they
Bolas.
were using
Yeah.
heroically.
Yeah, you know what? I think I could. Where? He's looking around like, where am I going?
uh,
Where's
Like being
where
at a
are
flea
they?
market and being
It-
told, "Go talk to the guy over there."
I will flag down literally the nearest person to me and just ask, "Hey, is Zhang Shui around?"
The little girl Katota goes, "Yeah, he's about to leave with his wife. They're headed out onto the steps. He's over there."
Not if
And
I
you
have
look
anything
over,
to
and
say about it.
they're already mounted on their birds, getting ready to go.
How far away?
Couple yards, yeah.
The monk asks.
Yes, how far away? Within running distance.
Yeah. Coin's
Okay,
gonna
I'm
make
just gonna
sure
pass.
to get
Let
to
me
not.
pass
Oh,
coin real quick. The extra vial of basilisk blood I have.
yeah, he's got
Okay.
his hand out. Like
There you go. That's yours. Pass
he's
the
full.
baton.
Okay. You
Oh,
run up to the
wait.
guy, and
Oh, hey,
he
hey, buddy.
turns and look at you. Oh, yes.
Before you go out, may I have some more business for you?
He's just holding it up.
You ever heard of basilisk blood?
I have.
What's your going rate for that?
What would you like?
I think I'm willing to take a roll on what Coin would say. I'm assuming he's doing he's highballing, expecting him to go down, but he's trying to get a sort of fair price.
Okay.
Profit,
I
not scamming.
remember he doesn't do coins. This is trade.
Oh,
So what
yeah.
would you like him to barter?
Well, maybe then do a roll for Coin to gauge what it's worth so that
Sure.
Justin can put it into items.
Yeah, it's worth each basilisk blood is basically worth 100 gold.
Okay.
So you could probably get some potions out of him. You could get a weapon or two, not magical, but stuff. You can get all sorts of things depending on what you want.
How much? Well, maybe I should ask it this way. Do you have bolas?
Of course.
And I think it's going to be tough for Coin to assess the price of that.
His wife chuckles.
I think he's probably going to conflate the price of a bolas to like, I don't know, a longsword or some weapon that he's familiar
Yeah.
with. And he's going to sort of ballpark how many bolas he could get for a vial, if any.
For a vial of blood, tell you what, I will trade you 5 bolas, a dagger, and a net.
Sure. That's a fair deal. Would Coin?
Would you like some rope as well?
Yeah, you know what? I could go for it.
Very well.
Ingredients.
Like it wasn't easy getting this basilisk blood, but when in Rome, well, when in Asteria.
That's what I really say.
It's true. Yep.
I'm
Look,
trying.
you
I really
get
am. I promise I'm
4
trying.
bolas, a dagger, a net, and 50 feet of rope. Completely oblivious to the fact that Tati wanted you to get herbalist ingredients.
Well, it's not. He's got another vial. To be okay, in fair, I think
Yeah.
Coin would be more aware of that part of
Sure.
the trade.
Yeah.
He's gonna ask him,
Ingredients wise, what are you carrying?
Many herbs. Many herbs. We use them for salves and other things on the many steps. I will trade you. And he will give you 100 gold worth of herbs in exchange for the vial of basilisk blood.
I think Coin will. I mean, because he wants to get the bolus as well. I think
Sure.
he'll pull out the second vial and sort of do a secondary
Cool.
trade.
Do both of them? All right.
Yeah,
Cool.
and
He'll do
he's
that
getting-
gladly.
Yep. Just whatever are relevant herbs.
And he will look down at you. Thank you very much. Last time we went out, we encountered 2 of the beasts. It'll
2?
be handy to have this.
Yeah, no kidding.
Coin's thinking to himself,
We're not gonna run into a basilisk again, are we? We'll get more blood.
and he just
I
hands
look
him.
at the webcams for Damon and Jordan, and they're like, damn it.
I think Coins, really what's going in his head, he's like, I already got a great deal. I don't want to talk myself out of it. I'll
Yeah.
give him it.
Totally.
Yeah.
All right.
So herb stuff, 5 bolus,
Yep.
rope, net,
Dagger. Yep.
dagger.
Cool.
I think he'll throw most of it in the bag of holding,
Sure.
which I will update now.
Awesome.
Can I
All right.
can I have the bolus though?
If you catch up to Coin's speeding, if you get over here, he'll hand you him. If not, I'll give you him when he's
I-
back.
I will rogue dash my way over to Clyde and get my weapons.
Okay.
You'll grab him from Coin, who is putting stuff in the bag of holding.
All right.
This
Take as
looks
many
so cool.
of the 5 as you want.
I'm having
How
all
many have you
5.
taken? Taking all 5?
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't like do a stress test on him, but they seem like the real deal.
Yeah, he took them literally off of a ring of his belt line, just a little like a carabiner. He just unhooked them from there.
What is the range of a bolus?
30 feet,
That is
60
so
feet
much
with
better than a net.
disadvantage. Yeah. I actually need to make the item for you guys. Let me put that on my to-do list because
Do you want
I
me
have
to-
bolus on a magic item, but I don't have the basic one. So let me put that on the to-do list.
When Eric, would you like me to specify with the herb supplies I traded for, like what they can make, or just list
No,
like
they're just
various-
general herbs. They're
Okay.
just general herbs, yeah. Yeah. All right. Anyone else want to do any preparations before leaving here today?
Mm-mm.
Not in mind.
Nope. All
I think
right.
we're good to go.
I think we're good.
So, as you guys get aboard your various mounts, get all equipped and tattooed up, get a little bit of lotion on those fresh wounds, both Sophia and Isaac, you guys head off towards the mountains. Easy way to go. You can see them right over there. Kiritai is going to be the guy leading you. Elbeck is coming with, but they will tell you they're going to leave you at the entrance to the mountains. And then it is up to you to solve it afterwards. They will wait within bow shot of the mountains. So
Okay.
you'll be able to see them. They'll set up a little tent. But
Won't
it
be
takes you
waiting too long.
guys.
But
Yeah, it
don't
takes you-
leave. Don't leave if it
Go
takes
ahead.
a while.
That's it.
Yeah, they look at you with a smile. You are strong. You should be fine.
He nods.
Are
So you
we're
guys-
riding out there.
Yeah, you are riding out there, yes.
Can I attempt again to learn to ride now that I've built up this great friendship with the bird?
Here we go.
Small.
Sure. You absolutely can try. Roll the survival check, please, for handle riding animal.
Oh,
So you have learned
Damn.
how to do riding animal maul. So you can go ahead and scratch that off.
You're
You
teaching that thing
have
how to be a bird.
This is what
advantage
happens
to
when you
figure
feed
it
them
out.
healing potions.
The bird loves you.
It's like the relationship between a cat and its owner. Yes, it loves her as long as it has food and is pet the way it wants to be petted and doesn't get too warm or too cold. Yeah. It's very much a cat attitude in a giant bird. Which is why it got upset last night when it got too hot. But yeah, you're going to go ahead and be able to swing out to the side and investigate a little outcropping yourself without having to worry about following people. And Elbeck will swing her bird out to follow you and find out what you're up to, making sure you're not in trouble and the bird's just taking you away to die.
Is that a thing that the birds do?
Does that happen often?
It's
He
very
smiles.
cat-like also.
It does happen, but rarely. Only when one has offended the mall.
I'm going to escort you to your place of death.
Oh, no.
Only if you are offensive to the mall will they take you and leave you to the desert.
They consider
Always
getting
one offensive to
fleas
the mall.
offensive.
The bird has no concept of fleas because usually they dust bathe all over the place and that kills the fleas.
Ew.
So this is a new experience for the bird that Ruzid is riding, as it is miserable underneath you, Ruzid. But it was miserable last night, so it has no correlation with you. It's just miserable.
Misery.
He's not offended because he doesn't know why.
Right.
He doesn't know to be offended.
Right.
You're safe. He won't bring you out into the desert to die.
Yeah. All right. So you guys will make it all the way towards the mountains. Kiratai and Elbeck will stop a bow shot away from the mountains and begin dismounting, setting up a tent for them to have shelter. And they will point towards the entrance of a cave at the base of the mountains. When you go there, be prepared. Danger is in the mountains, and fear is in the mountains. Do not fall asleep. Do not go unconscious, for fear is in the mountains. And there's no way I can get you into the encounters this week, so we're going to stop it there. And next week, you guys can go ahead and go into the mountains to try to figure out a way to become wayfinders for the tribe of the Slashing Winds.
I have
In
a
a way.
question.
Yes, sir.
I don't remember if Bryn ever did it. Would he have a spell that could like take the fleas off of the bird to get rid of them?
I don't know of one.
Flea be
I
gone.
mean, in theory, can you like so in theory? Oh no, it says an object. I guess not. Okay.
Well, couldn't Coin just
Question
eat them really
digitation?
quickly? We'll cast haste on Coin and they'll just go crazy on the
Can't
fleas.
take a test on a full stomach. Think better under stress.
That's also known as no.
Yeah.
So you guys are going to have to figure out if you want to deal with the fleas or not, but that's still a thing. I'm excited to get you guys into the mountains. You guys have had a little sneak peek of the test, and I hope that was anticipatory because I have worksheets for all of you once you guys find the fruit of the mountain in order to let all of you guys dabble with it on your own little worksheets so you don't have to worry about other people. So
Yeah.
everyone's got their own little worksheet all set up, good to go. So you don't have to worry about other people messing with your worksheet while you work on it.
No cheating on the test.
Yeah.
Uh,
So
Don't look at my
and
desk.
it's a fun one. This was a lot of fun to set up for you guys, and I'm excited.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, next
Appreciate
week
it as always.
exploring the fruit of the mountain and going with that. And just remember, fear is in the mountain.